Oh my god, and my screen is frozen. I hate this. God damn it. Alright, well, anyway. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the wonderful melodies of Taylor Davis. Welcome to Session 8. Culmination of Avalon. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am so sorry for not streaming, like, at all for the last week. We are currently working on a project off camera, and it is taking up a lot of our time. And honestly, it's making me realize how out of the loop I am. So it's going to be really fun. I see Jacob's in the chat racking up points again to absolutely nuke one of my streams in the future. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, it's an interesting time. I've also been in the middle of an argument. 71.6, bruh. I was also in the middle of an argument with a couple of my friends, and I'm being called crazy about this. But okay, so the argument was, I'm gonna get to this when we talk to the guys. Cody is unfortunately not going to be joining us tonight. He is taking care of a couple of sick kiddos, so good on him for that, and I wish him the best of luck, because I would not like to be dealing with that. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. All right, so there's a couple of things that we're going to have to cover before we get into the rest of today's session, but we're going to hopefully speed through all that. All right, so the other guys are waiting for us. Let's go ahead and say hello.
Obvious.
Okay, hello.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. So I want to talk to you guys about this because I want your opinions on it. All right. And
that's a dangerous game.
And I'm going to be asking my chat about this as well. So I was in the middle of an argument with a friend, and they think that I'm crazy.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys know what Costco is?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Is Costco a grocery store?
Technically, yes.
Okay. At least
No, it's a wholesale market.
Okay. At least Dave agrees with me. At least Dave agrees with me. It is a warehouse. So is Sam's Club. Sam's Club is also a warehouse.
I think they're technically qualified as a wholesale market.
No.
They are warehouses.
Warehouse? Is that
I
the
was
actual
employed
classification?
by Sam's Club at one point. They
Yes, I
are
remember you were employed by Sam's Club, Dave. I saw you there.
them, as well as Costco, are not grocery stores, nor are they considered wholesale markets. They are warehouse stores.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay. That
Thank
makes
you,
sense.
Dave. Anything that has pallets visible on racks.
Yep. No.
That is a warehouse.
Well, I think I don't because in my head I consider it wholesale because you can buy like a whole fucking case of something.
Yeah. Okay. So you can buy things in large cases and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. But how are those cases usually dispersed amongst the public?
Oh, on a fucking pallet.
On a pallet, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a warehouse. You're right.
Shipped to a grocery store, an actual grocery store like Wegmans, Wise,
Sam's Club is just Walmart.
Fuck. So
isn't Sam's Club just like Walmart Overflow, basically?
No, it's not.
Okay,
It's actually a Walmart. It's actually a separate Walmart warehouse.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that Sam's Club was owned by Walmart.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
That's what I was. I knew that.
Like-
Okay. All right. So there, Rusty, suck my dick. I was right.
Well, of course, the Texan. The
It's
Texan
always
does
the
that.
Westerners. I swear to God, KP said the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Well, it's because they don't have a lot of stores like that out that way because
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
financially.
It's not financially viable or
But in, like,
socially
Texas-
immoral. Eat my ass, dude.
Texas is its own fucking thing where it's all insular. It's like we got Texas stores doing Texas things, none of your outside business.
Yeah, okay. And fucking everybody
How
out
many of
west
you guys
also.
have actually been to a Piggly Wiggly?
I've been
What
to
the
a
fuck is
Piggly
a
Wiggly.
Piggly
What?
Wiggly?
How do you not know what a Piggly Wiggly is? You're from the
I
Northeast.
have lived. Where is it in the Northeast?
Oh my God.
Where the fuck is a Piggly Wiggly around these parts?
I can't believe you don't know what that is.
What the fuck is a Piggly Wiggly?
A Piggly Wiggly is basically a Weiss?
I've never seen one.
Really?
No. Well, I gotta remember, most of my knowledge is from like Northeast Pennsylvania and like the east side of Pennsylvania,
There it is.
and like New Jersey, New York.
Yep, there it is. Fucking Jacob literally just Googled it. Costco under Google's consideration a warehouse wholesale, not a grocery store. Fuck you.
Okay. I've been proved wrong as well.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was a grocery.
Although-
Like I consider like a Weiss. I consider like a Weiss or like
yeah,
an
Weiss,
IGA.
Wegmans, Food Lion.
Like
what are the
somewhere
other
I can go
ones?
buy fresh fucking produce.
Exactly.
Is a grocery store.
Exactly. That is a grocery store.
I
Shit
will
you
be
find.
honest, I did say technically.
Shit you find on a fucking pallet is you're in a warehouse. I'm sorry.
If I am stocking up to run a goddamn concession stand at a football game,
you're
a grocery store.
You're not gonna go to a grocery store for that kind
I'm
of
going
shit.
to Sam's Club.
Exactly. You're going to go to Costco or Sam's Club. That's the bottom line. Because if you go to a grocery store and you look at the manager and say, "Hey, I need to restock for a concession stand," he's gonna look at you and tell you to get the fuck out.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just not sure. Like, I don't think I saw even a sign for like a Costco's or a Sam's Club when I was out in Minnesota.
To be honest, I've only ever been to a Costco when I was living in Salt Lake City, and it was the worst thing I have ever been in.
Costco's are
Wait,
specifically
Matt.
like West Coast.
Matt, you've been to Minnesota and don't know what a Piggly Wiggly is.
I didn't see
I
one.
don't. Rusty, if you're watching, please ask KP if she knows what a Piggly Wiggly is. I need to know.
She already
Actually,
has. I already asked her.
okay, good.
Well, because I was only in Minneapolis for a little bit, and then I was all the way by the Canadian border.
I can't believe you have no idea
I've
what a
never
Piggly
heard
Wiggly
of it.
is.
I gotta look up what a Piggly Wiggly is now.
Oh
Like, what-
my god.
Like, I bet you if I ask my mother, she may know. Like, what the fuck is this?
It's a Midwest grocery store.
Oh my god.
No,
Alright. Anyway.
Apparently, there's one in Myrtle Beach.
What?
Really? A
Okay.
Piggly Wiggly in Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
so the nearest Piggly Wiggly is in Philadelphia here, friends. I'm just pointing that out. Like, there's nothing above Philadelphia.
Like I said, Midwest.
Like, there's a handful in West Virginia. We got some down in Virginia, North Carolina. Nothing below North Carolina. They don't exist very much outside of West Virginia, North Carolina.
I still get so disturbed by their fucking logo.
Oh, there's still a couple in Ohio.
Right.
There's like 2 in Ohio by the looks of things.
Wait, there's one close to me. What the fuck?
I'm gonna assume that's the one in Philadelphia, Josh.
No, it's like near Camden. What the hell? Okay.
I've just never seen a Piggly Wiggly is a wholesale grocer though. Uh, it's founded in Tennessee, but there ain't a single Piggly Wiggly looking at this map in Tennessee. Just
Okay.
throw that out there.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to go on that rant because I had a couple of people asking me why I was posting about Costco and Sam's Club on my Twitter page. I will die on this hill.
No, you are
Oh,
completely
Oh,
correct.
there is one in New York.
Where? I'm not seeing it on the Google map.
Up at Watertown, New York,
Watertown, New York.
like right next to Lake Ontario.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Recap time.
Off this tangent of Piggly Wigglies.
Recap time. Here we go. Previously on the culmination of Avalon. Our adventurers, I'm not calling you heroes at the moment.
Our assholes.
our band of assholes finally arrived at the Baroque School of Magic, and it began their investigations on their items that they have collected. Upon speaking to the son of a couple of the Wanderers, Gorwyn Eleanor, and his friend, and partner, I would say partner professor? No.
Associate.
Associate professor, Professor Eleanor, who is very friendly and who knew Anethil when she was in the Baroque School of Magic, determined that the crystal, that the little rock that you guys have, is indeed enchanted with necromancy magic. And upon having a rather calm... Oh, dear God. What the hell? Stop. All of a
Boss
sudden...
fight music!
All of a sudden, Attack on Titan. I forgot I had Anethil's playlist pulled up. I am so sorry. Hold on.
Me over here just listening to whatever Josh listens to.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, so that just completely threw me off. You guys finally managed to get a meeting with the necromancy professor, named Yakris Blight. Explain to you all that indeed, yes, that there is strong necromancy magic with it. However, it's curious because he then shows you all a second piece of this little rock that you have. And he then entrusts you all to take his piece and further investigate while he remains at the school to educate upcoming necromancers and more mages. Along this, the auditions for the Lumina Festival in Myril have begun. And, shockingly enough to everyone, Crystal, Anethil's old classmate, suddenly pulls out a piece of legendary music, the Song of the Sea, accompanied by the pianist of Typhel, plays it flawlessly. Upon hearing the legends from Gil, hearing about the Song of the Sea and its siren powers, playing it wrong, even one note, will kill the players. And only receiving this music that minute, Typhel played it flawlessly, as did Crystal. And Anethil is very skeptical because Crystal has never been this good. So, a little suspicious, per se. So now, upon landing second place in the tryouts and being on call in case if something happens to Crystal before the festival, everybody went about their days, hanging out with the rest of the students, destroying libraries.
It was an accident!
And
No, it wasn't.
I like to point out, I was having real shit rolls last session.
and finally heading to sleep, so that way they can wake up nice and early for Anethil's sleep study, and to catch their flight in the late afternoon to the capital city of Algeroth.
Woo! Shit happened, and we didn't necessarily fuck too much shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a yet in there. All right.
In fact, me and Brady said it at the same time. It's kind of stupid.
So, gentlemen, we shall pick up in the morning. Jean is, unfortunately, you guys go to wake up. Jean, he's still fast asleep. Honestly, you don't really need him. So you proceed to go ahead and knock on Edon's room, only to find him as well sick, unfortunately.
Oh, poor Drac.
Do you need tea or anything? No? Okay.
He very just groggily like waves his hand as he's like shielding himself from the sun.
Are you sure you're not a vampire?
He just hisses at you.
This is really chalking up tallies on the vampire side.
And Ethel just like pulls on Gil's shirt and just says, "Come on, just let him sleep."
And
but I have
as
to put in
Anathel's
steaks and everything
pulling
ready.
As Anathel's pulling on his sleeve, Uska's just gonna smack the back of his head.
No.
All right. So the remainder of you proceed to follow Anethel back up to Professor Ferrora's office, and where she actually catches you guys in the hallways. And she stops and looks at you all and says, "Oh, I was actually just about to come find you all. Anethil, your sleep study has been moved to the headmistress's office." And Anethil looks a little shocked at this. She's like, "Oh, I did something happen for it to be moved?" Professor Ferrara, of course, shakes her head and says, "No, no, sweetie. She just took a little bit of interest in it. That's all. Gorwin was very adamant on having her help out with it." Well, okay then. Guess we're going to see the headmistress.
Yay, more people who do magic that I don't understand.
Exactly, so behave.
I make no promises.
Alright. So, as you guys approach the headmistress's office, Ferrora suddenly stops and she goes, "Oh, I forgot the damn book. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Just tell the headmistress I had to go quickly run and find my book."
All right.
And then she pops and teleports away. So as you guys approach the headmistress's office, that up like a grander staircase up to one of the higher towers, a nice walnut door decorated in stained metals and such. Make me perception rolls.
1 sec, I was opening a window.
I wasn't totally looking at memes on my phone.
Yes, you were. Don't lie.
I totally wasn't just looking up more character images for my character.
You said perception?
Yes.
Ah, damn it, Annabelle!
It's too early.
Yeah, it's a little early in the morning. Some of you guys are just still waking up.
I'm a morning person.
Yeah. So Gil
I
and Anethil, as you guys approach, you can hear what appears to be the sounds of shouting on the other side. And judging from what you guys, are you going to listen in or?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay. So as you get a little closer, it appears to be the sounds of two familiar voices that you guys hear. One of them sounds a lot like a well-esteemed guest appearance that you all have seen, and a very soft-spoken and natured voice that you also heard from last night, as you could hear Gorwin and Headmistress Rixone on the other side of the door. And Gorwin does not sound very happy, as you're hearing him shouting at Nisavin and saying something along the lines of, you know that something is going on here. I know you can. You sensed it too. And then Nisavin on the other side is saying, "Gorwin, listen, we have nothing to convict him over. And obviously, a lot of the people that were here who listened to it have no idea what it is. Okay? I am not convicting a person who we don't have evidence to support our claims. Okay? It's not only going to look bad on the school, it's also going to look bad on me, and it's going to look bad on you. Think about this before you take any actions." And you can hear what sounds like hands slamming down on a desk, and you can hear him shout, "I know you saw the amount of energy that he was holding back. I know you saw him light up like a fucking Christmas light."
We have Christmas?
Okay?
Bold of you to assume we didn't.
We have Catholicism?
That man is up to something. And once again, hold on one second.
Matt, Christmas isn't Catholic.
Well, the name for Christmas is Catholic.
If you're
However,
talking about
the holiday itself
is
is
pagan.
pagan.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Christmas is Catholic. Yule is pagan.
Yep.
And Christmas is stolen from Yule.
Well, yeah, of course, because how else was the Catholic Church going to try and convert more pagans?
All right, so we got this entire island full of pagans here. How are we gonna do it? What if we just take the holidays and say things happen near them? Hey, look at this! What a coinky dink! our guy was born during your end of year festival. That's cool. Hey, look, our guy came back to life during your spring fertility rituals. Well, fuck yeah.
What are we going to name that one? Wasn't there that one Egyptian goddess of rebirth?
I think
Was
her
it
name
rebirth?
was. Well, the fertility goddess was Isis.
Yeah, but Easter is based off of Ishtar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I don't think she's particularly rebirth. I think she's particularly like renewal or something like that.
Okay.
Which is what Easter is based off of, rebirth and renewal.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Look at how you guys are talking about Christmas and Easter.
Well, we're really just arguing about semantics here.
We really are.
No, we're arguing theology.
I'm sorry, would you rather have me said the winter solstice or something along
Absolutely.
those lines? Okay, the winter
That
solstice.
would've
Or
worked
maybe
too.
a callback to the Lumina Festival.
No,
that's
well, no, the
happening
Lumina Festival.
too.
No, the Lumina Festival is taking place in the middle of like early summer, late spring.
Line up like a Yule log.
Anyway,
It works.
Anyway, so yeah, Gorwin sounds very upset, and judging by the context clues of what you guys can tell, they are talking about Typhel.
I knew it. At this point, it's just gonna be like it's pointless for let this argument go on, and Gil's gonna look at Anthony and like gesture his hand up the knock and like nod his head yes,
Yeah, she gives you a nod as well. She's just
and I
she's
just go
thinking the same
dun
thing.
dun dun dun.
Usk just reaches over. Doof doof.
Wait, I'm taller than you.
I didn't say he reached over you.
Fair enough.
He reached over to the door.
So obviously, so yeah, at the end, as you guys knock on the door, you can hear the hushed, quiet tones of Discipline telling Gorwin, "We will continue this conversation another time, Gorwin. Just not now."
Yeah, Gorwin, take that.
And before you guys can do anything, you hear Gorwin snap back at her and says, "We're not having this conversation anymore. I'm done talking to you. I'm going to go see my father." And
Oh boy.
Oh, that's some big guns right there. Some big stupid guns.
perhaps he'll be able to do something about this instead of sitting behind a desk and doing nothing about it.
I don't know if those guns are going to be very useful.
And then you hear the sound of a pop on the other side of the door. And the door then swings open, as you can see Nisovin putting down a wand and says, "Come in, students." Oh, never mind.
You kind of give her a wave. I mean, we could be students, but I don't think any of us could pay the fees.
Well, no, that's fine. Where's the rest of your group?
Drac is sick, and we're not sure where John is.
Dying and asleep.
Dying in his sleep, basically, yeah.
Well, I certainly hope not, but, well, alright.
Well, dying in the sense of the common cold.
I think Drac just had a little too much to drink last night.
Yeah. Hungover, probably.
Oh, very well. I think... Oh, please don't tell me he was with the druids again. Please don't tell me it was the druids again.
No?
Hey, nope, that was me as Jean.
Oh, alright. You know what? I'll deal with them later. I'm done. Okay, anyway. This is gonna be rather quick. So, where's Professor Ferrora, actually?
Went to
So
get her
she went to
book.
go to book.
Yeah, she just suddenly left.
She said she forgot a book, and she said she'll be right over.
Well, looks like I'm doing this by myself then. Alright then. Alright, Anethil, I have a chair right over here. You want to have a seat. This will be super quick. After all, I did a little bit of research in this supposed dream magic that everybody was complaining about.
Well, I don't know much about supposed, but yeah, it's a thing.
Alright, so she's going to guide Anethil over to the chair, make sure that she's nice and comfortable, and she says, "So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you in basically a catatonic state of sleep. And just don't think of anything. Think of just clear your mind. Okay, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to cast a spell that is going to allow me to invade your sphere of dreams. And Ethel just looks a little confused. She's just, okay. All right, now, and she pokes her on the forehead and she's out.
Like a light.
And she's gonna walk over to everybody else and she says, okay, so the rest of you, don't touch anything, don't look at anything, don't taste anything, and especially don't try and use anything here. Understand?
Can I just quickly ask why taste is on that list?
If you knew the people that I knew, you would understand.
I look at
Like,
Usk.
you see Usk just going to lick something.
I'm about to say, I look at Usk. You know, that's fair enough.
Okay. This shouldn't take no more than 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn my camera off so I can eat. Because I'm hungry.
Yum, 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 yum. Nom, nom, nom.
Alright, so
Food noises.
you see Nisavin then sit down in her chair, and then you can see her wave her hands in front of her, and she says, Dream Council. And then she also passes out.
So, you guys want to play cards? I got cards.
Sure.
Gil kind of just sits crisscross applesauce on the floor and like starts dealing out blackjack hands.
You know, go fish.
All right, he starts dealing out go fish.
I was expecting blackjack, not poker.
I was dealing blackjack.
Oh, you said poker.
No, he said blackjack.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I'm fucking
But
tired.
now I'm dealing goat fish because the child wanted go fish, and you know.
I was about to say, Dave is still a child here. We don't want to teach her gambling so early.
Yes.
I have some moral scruples.
Usk is still a child as well.
God, why are we all so young? I say that, but I'm like 70 something. Technically, child.
In
No,
elven
I'm
years,
80.
yes.
Technically, I'm an adult, but I'm 18.
Whatever. I start dealing go fish.
Usk just looks immediately bored, but continues to play.
All right, guys.
Where did that
Draw
big
some
crash
cards.
come from? What the fuck?
Draw some cards.
Alright, so a few minutes go by, and then all of a sudden you guys are then startled by not only Anathil, but Nisabin herself also waking up in a state of panic and letting out screams.
I immediately like fumble the cards in my hands. Up, like looking at them. You guys, all right?
So they of course are breathing heavily as they're trying to regain their composure, coming back into the conscious plane. And Nisavin like collects herself and goes, "Okay, well, that was it. Should stop putting cards all over the fucking. Get out of here."
The only way to get rid of them, Josh.
Nisavin compiles herself and says, "Okay, well, that was. Oh, I can fly. That was still very disturbing. I am going to murder all of you."
We're deleting them. We were just getting rid of them.
Yeah, we were getting rid of our cards.
There's only one way to get rid
Yeah,
of them. Throw them on the map.
And then delete them.
That's so dumb.
Yep.
Okay, well, unfortunately, Anathil, I can't really see anything that's so bizarre about the dreams. It just seemed like a normal dream. Anathil just looks at her and says, "I don't think falling out of the sky and not being able to cast magic is a normal dream."
Seems more like a nightmare.
Seems more like an everyday person type of thing that is unable to use magic.
Seems like a you problem, Usk.
I will smack you, and you'll most likely enjoy it.
Okay.
I am not a masochist.
No, but you are a sub.
Anyway, from what I can tell, I wasn't able to detect or discern any different types of foreign magics. No anomalies or anything. It might have just been the wildest coincidence in the world, but until we have any more evidence about it, then
Misfit, I will like to say once is a coincidence, twice is the beginning of a series of events.
Dating someone.
I understand, yes, and I am trying to justify exactly what Miss Arizona is experiencing. But at the current moment in time, there's just no method of explaining it. So, what I would want you to do from here on out, Anethil, she's gonna walk over to one of her bookshelves and take out this leather bound what appears to be a diary.
Dream,
Oh,
journal,
look, a
dream,
dream journal.
dream journal.
Okay, so this is a enchanted book that I had Professor Ferrora and myself made, and this will help you record your dreams and anything that happens in the dreams, record them, and then we'll check back in say about a month or so. Okay, so do you want us to come here before the Lumina Festival? Oh, I'll contact you in a month or so, just to get a closer idea of what's happening. And Anethil takes the diary and looks at it and opens it up and says, "So how exactly does it work?" And Nisivin gives her a smile and says, well, you open up to the first page." Anethil does so, and then she says, "And you just do this," and takes Anethil's hands that are holding the book and then just pushes them up into her forehead. Stunned by this, Anethil just goes, "What?" And then she looks down again and at the page of the diary, and you guys can see a very childish, crude child's drawing of a stick figure Anethil and a stick figure Nisivin, what appears to be falling out of the sky.
Anethil, we need to improve your artistic skills.
Personally, I think it's cute.
It's better than my drawings.
I mean, crude cave paintings painted in the blood of your enemies is definitely worse than that.
I will neither confirm nor deny whether or not I've done that.
You don't need to confirm or deny nothing, Usk. We know you've done it.
Anethil looks up at Nisivin again and she says, "So why the forehead thing?" Nisivin just smiles and says, "Well, sometimes people do tend to forget their dreams as soon as they wake up. This taps directly into the memory." Huh. Okay. So, is that it then? At the current moment in time, unfortunately, yes. There's a little bit more research that'll have to be done about this, but I won't be able to do pinpoint research until I have your results. Okay, that's fair. Well, in that case, then I guess this is goodbye then. We're on our way to go to our airship to go to the capital.
We appreciate all your help, Nisivin.
It's not a problem. I just really wish there was something else I can do. But again, dream magic is very, very complicated. And it wasn't very common of study.
I mean, well, we have an airship to catch, everybody.
Sorry, I was eating pizza.
That's a valid excuse.
Agreed.
Pizzazz is always a good excuse.
Alright. So, thanking Nisavin for her help, you guys make your way back out of the main building of the school, and slowly begin making your way back to your quote dorm rooms, and gather up your things to make your way to your airships.
I take
gather
down
up track.
I take down the hammock I put up in there.
All right, so I'm going to take you guys back to the world map now. So, a airship traveling from Myril to the Varrock School of Magic is, of course, 2 weeks of time. From the Varrock School of Magic, you guys are going to be taking a much safer path along the coastline over the capital of I forget what this city's name is. Aldic? Yeah, Aldic. And then swinging around the northern tip of Faris, and then eventually taking the northern entrance into Algeroth.
Josh, you said Nisvin wanted Anethil to conversate with her once a month?
Nisavin is going to contact Anethil in 1 month to speak with her about her results of the Dream Diary.
And you said the Lumina Festival is in 3.
Is it Joms?
It is Joms.
It is.
Did I say it was 3 months?
I feel like you did.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then, all right, in that case, then, yeah, it'll be once a month then.
Okay, that's what I assumed. Yeah, I assumed you just forgot it, and because you missaid it, you're like right before the Lumina Fest. I'm like, I could have sworn we had 3 months of that bitch.
Right.
Also, hi Jumps. We're taking a plane.
Hello, Jim Joms. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Mic was off.
There it is.
Good. That was some really cheesy. I was saying some really cheesy jokes.
Oh, but now I want to hear them.
So do I.
I wonder if there were any Gouda.
And that wasn't very sharp.
And you killed it. Good
That
job.
was wow. Okay, but you gotta admit though, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
No, I'll give Dave the comeback.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And
I was expecting something more excellent.
Well, this ain't no piece of cheesecake.
what?
Anyways,
Taking notes. All right, so Gemini, just to catch you up, we did Anethil's sleep study because we forgot about that last week.
Okay.
And Nisavin basically gave her a diary that she has to smack against her head every morning to record her dreams.
For a month.
that's kind of funny.
All right, so upon reaching the shipmaster, he explains to you guys that due to the roundabout area to avoid the hunting ground of the Scarlet Camilla, the trip is going to take about 1 week and 1 day.
This is the same guy who drove us here?
No, it is a
Good.
different ship captain.
Good. I was about to free up in arms if it was the same asshole.
No, it is a different captain this time.
I look at him and I just go, as long as you do not put us in the similar situation of our last airship, I am more than happy for however long this takes.
Passenger safety is my top priority.
I like him already.
Agreed.
Besides, he points at this specific part of the map right here. He says, passenger safety and entertainment is my top priorities. When we swing around the southeastern part of the wildlands, you'll get a nice good view of the entire area, including the mountaintops.
Fascinating.
Having lived it my whole life, I've never seen it from up high. It's gonna be quite interesting.
That's right, we're flying over where Jom Jom is from. Ish.
More or less.
Yeah.
So you all gather your things on this airship, slightly bigger than the last airship that you guys had, and the crew, besides the actual crew of the ship, you guys do have a couple of actually a few dozen civilians that are also on the ship with you guys. Unfortunately, due to the size of the populace on the ship, you guys are then forced to share one of the rooms together.
All of us?
All of you.
How many beds?
For when you guys enter the cabin, there are 3 beds strewn against the wall. A nice, decent amount of walking space in between.
I put up a hammock.
All right.
I sleep against the wall with my rifle.
I sleep against the door with my sword.
It's like midday. We're not going to sleep. I'm just setting up the hammock.
I'm just setting up our sleeping arrangements.
Yeah, fair enough.
You guys place the sick Edon in the furthest bed.
Make sure. You know, in all honesty, considering we're on an airship, this is probably best for him to be sick.
Agreed.
Couldn't we just put him under the bed?
I look at Scarlet with like the most distinct, like a face of just sheer like, really? Did you really just suggest that?
Usk just has a big smile on his face. And
We're
just
not doing
leaves
it.
him under a bed.
We're not putting him under the bed. He's sick. Just leave him alone.
I pulled Drac back underneath the bed and put him on the bed. Drac stays in a bed.
No
I really suggested it.
Gil, make me a reflex save.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta deal with a sleepy. This is gonna end well for me.
Oh boy.
Drac then proceeds to barf all over you.
Ah.
And you know what I do because you know, and just water, giving myself a shower.
You hear a thump from underneath you guys. What the fuck is leaking up there?
The water dissipates at my feet. Like I have complete control over this water.
The vomit doesn't though.
That's true. You know, I assume to. Don't know. It's
Usk
coming
just-
through our roof.
Usk just stomps his foot. Whatever it is, you'll get over it.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh, it stinks too. For fuck's sake.
Gil's like holding his nose closed. It's leaking through our roof. We have no idea where it's coming from.
What kind of fucking viruses do they have in Baruch School of Magic?
Whatever magical STDs that there are.
Oh god.
Still
Mhm.
STD.
All of them.
Spell transmitted diseases.
All
I mean,
right.
considering there's literally a spell called Contagion, you are absolutely correct.
Well, you know, though every young adolescent, sorcerer, witch, wizard, everyone knows the one base spell, protection.
I think you mispronounced it. It's called prestidigitation.
No, you're right. It's mage armor. You gotta protect the little. You gotta protect the little mage.
You gotta protect the little sword.
You
I
gotta
am
protect.
I am no longer calling them rubbers. I am no longer calling them millimeter beater defeaters. I am calling them mage armor.
Mage armor. Well, it is a magic wand.
Kidnappers.
Oh my god.
Monk robes.
Moving on.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Moving on.
That's a weird name for the job. He was born from a virgin.
All right. So you guys have a week and 1 day to kill.
I'm
How much health does I have? I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
You beat me to it,
Oh my god.
I
If
think
it has stats, we could kill it.
I'm gonna pull up my charts and my tools and just track our progress, just to keep my navigation skills fresh.
I'll be keeping an eye on the
Gambling.
party.
What was that, Germany?
I'll be keeping a solid eye on the party. Just
Good luck.
protecting them.
Yeah, totally nothing shady about that one, John.
Bold of you to assume Usk needs protection.
That is,
Anethil is going to be talking amongst the sailors, learning sea shanties.
Usk is going to be gambling with the sailors.
Alrighty, chat, here we go.
Already?
Already, we're
Really?
doing this already.
no one ever said I was so smart.
What else is Usk supposed to do?
You can come
I don't
chart
know,
chart the sky with me. I have a sextant.
No.
You don't
Are we
want to.
waiting for all-
Alrighty, chat, here we go. You guys have 2 minutes to place your predictions. Go
Oh, I
ahead,
got
and,
open Twitch.
go ahead and select high or low. We're going to play Avalon's favorite game, Bet Your
What?
Sticks. Here we go.
Let's see.
not-
This is for.
Of course, the rules are I shall be rolling 1d100. 1 to 49 is low, or 1 to 50 is low, 51 to 100 is high. So place your bets.
Damn, you really making the whole chat gamble too.
Oh yeah, I'm making the whole chat gamble, sure.
Also, during these two. Oh.
Big money, big money,
it's-
big money.
You know, Jacob is just going to wind up on top with this. Eventually, he's going to have.
Dave,
a
I'm honestly
million
I'm
picks.
hoping that he bets so many sticks he loses. At this point, I'm hoping he's losing because I really don't want to give him the satisfaction of owning one of my streams.
What do you think my goal is?
I think it's all of our goal, but I'm too much of a Twitch gambling addict to have enough sticks.
I just went all in.
Oh fuck, jump!
Oh boy.
Oh, we're doing this, Jom?
I ain't going above my safe bet.
Fuck. Microsoft, fuck off.
I feel like 10,000 on the last time we did this.
My computer just tried to stop me from doing this.
It's probably the best.
It's like, bad idea.
Bad.
Bad idea.
Online gambling's a bad thing to do.
So
I'm all
question,
in
by
on
the way.
mine.
While we're
I mean, it's
while we're
needless
waiting for
currency.
these-
Who the fuck cares?
Are we waiting for these last 10 seconds? Are we over Elterpond? Or like on that same area that we're on the map?
Yeah, I would probably say that you guys are close to Elder Pond. This is the spot where the captain was describing, where you guys can now see like well over the rooftops of the wildlands. You can see the snow-capped peaks in the background. And with high perception rolls, you guys can probably see a couple of things flying around as well.
Oh, making that.
Making that because I'm curious as fuck. I mean, I'm gonna be for the most part looking
Alright.
looking at Elterpond and the fucking.
I at least
Wildlands
beat Brady.
because hell yeah.
Ooh, okay,
I
yeah,
think-
nice. Yeah, you guys
Nice.
you guys can definitely see a lot of high altitude wildlife like birds and seagulls and shit flying around. Off in the wildlands, you can see a bunch of different magical beasts and creatures that are hopping along the forest rooftops. And Anethil could have sworn that she saw a dragon flying around, but you know nobody believes her. She's just like, nah.
Anethil, I would like to say this much. Respectfully, if we can, I would like to, as much as we can, avoid this area.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Are you ready, kids?
Ah,
I,
I can't.
I bet. I just bet 4,006 on you. You better not disappoint.
All right. So, once again, here we go. The winners of the high and low competition is the highs.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Darn,
I don't-
100
Jesus
sticks
Christ.
gone.
Gambling
Oh,
is very
I
dangerous.
went all in.
Gambling is very dangerous. I've never felt that excited about anything in my life.
God, Brady and Job got 12,000 sticks each.
I got
You-
7,700.
you know what?
Oh, my bad.
Give me 10.
All right, I'll do that later. All right, so around this time, you guys are
You
going
still
to
owe me
be.
20 squats. By
I
the way.
know, Jomini, shut up. So around this time, you guys passed over the capital city of Aldic. And
Oh,
now,
passing Paris.
now passing right above the continent of Faris and seeing the Parisian capital at the surrounded by its high walls and the gargantuan skeleton that resides in the center of it.
What's that from?
I don't actually think I have that image anymore. Give me a second.
Oh,
just-
are we talking about Paris?
Oh no, I do. It's right here.
I just can't remember what the skeleton's from.
It looks like a dragon skeleton.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Was that always in Faris? Am I just being dumb?
Yeah, this was already
was always
always in Faris, but it was never completed. But now you guys see the city of
okay.
Faris as you see in the picture.
Okay, I get you now.
Damn.
Say what you will about the 9. They have really good design ideas.
Goes to show that over 70 years have passed, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Not over 80.
Yeah, a little over 80 years.
It's still over 70.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. We're not gonna move that line right there. I will, if you guys want to, we can go ahead and do one more prediction.
Oh yes, please.
One more prediction.
How much gold did you bet, Brady? Like, how much did you make gambling that first time?
I threw 50 gold at gambling. So how much did I make, Josh?
Well, you made your 50 back,
Yay.
and go ahead and add 39 to it.
Nice.
All right, fair enough.
Another high or low.
All right, chat. Here we go again.
That
Another high or low
39
situation.
Going right back into gambling.
What do I want to vote? It was high last. I
Mr.
hate
Die
this.
Roller,
It's-
thank you for the follow. Welcome to the flock.
It's like so unsure.
I know it's a coin toss. Funny.
Oh fuck! Who was voted high?
Ooh, everybody really likes high today.
It's one of those things like knowing how Roll20
Me
works
too.
sometimes.
I like high every day, though.
Same.
I've heard just getting drunk.
I like voting for what I like to do.
I like how I'm
No.
watching it on the Twitch. Like I can't just go over like 2 tabs and look at it in real time.
You know what's
Sad
funny?
Adam's
The amount of
cold
times that
snap
I've
is actually
clicked,
pretty damn good.
the amount of times that I've accidentally clicked on Josh's stream thinking that it was their old 20 page is a little embarrassing.
Oh my god, I feel you, John.
I'm sailing away.
All right, looks like that we got 8.8 thousand for high and 6,000 for low. Everybody's placing their bets on the highs this time,
Don't
Oh
fuck with
yeah.
Josh.
and the winners are highs
Hell
again.
yeah.
Oh, but by
Damn
a
it.
slim margin.
Not by much though.
Damn.
Damn, that was 5,000 sticks.
Ooh.
I now have 13,000 sticks.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for playing. Every single time the players gamble in this game, well, I'll put up a poll. So, get a little bit of chat interaction. It'll be fun.
Don't expect much from me unless we are in this game for at least, like, in this world for like 2+ years.
Hey, John.
We?
I see your 10 push-ups and I raise it.
Oh my god, that's 40 squats. I hate this. This is such a
Oh,
bad
yeah,
idea.
I still have 20 pre-ordered squats from
I know,
last
but
year, actually. Last year.
I know. I just like torturing Josh.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll deal with it. All right. So,
Hey,
with all
we're
that
doing
out of the way, with all that
I
out
was
of the
gonna
way,
make that time.
for some
I
of
bet
you,
39.
For some of you, this is going to be your first personal view of Algeroth. And I actually have a cinematic image for this.
I think for most of us it is, wouldn't it be?
I'm
For
from the waves.
cinematic view, yes.
Oh my
Yeah, from a
god.
cinematic view.
So, for those of you who don't know, Algeroth is the capital city of my world. It is nestled inside the valley of a very tall mountain range, and quite honestly, this is probably the best image that I was able to find for that scenery.
I won't disagree with that.
All right, so Algeroth, as I explained, is the capital city that's nestled in the valley of the Shattered Lands mountain ranges, snow-capped and riling in monsters and different settlements dating back even to the ancient era. Algeroth was once established by the corrupt twin gods that were befooled by the legendary Six, and eventually Algeroth was a stronghold in the war of the Demon Wars. Ever since the betrayal of its old queen and her son, Algeroth now remains a simple city of the people, by the people, with no ruler.
It's a democratic state.
I thought it's run by the guilds.
That is correct, Dave, actually. No set ruler was set to the throne of Algeroth, which the castle still remains empty to this day. Currently, the only form of material government of the capital city is run by the Adventurers Guild and sought over by the Wanderers. Of course, the capital city
Right,
is
that's a good call.
the capital city is home to all major buildings, including a library, a cathedral, strong forges, many different types of taverns, entertainment, and tourism. Branching off of it also includes an airship dock and pathing into that's the wrong map. Pathing into New Calzom, and most notably on the other side of one of the mountain ranges of being the charred wasteland of the Scar.
Speaking of New Calzone, a new calzone place opened up recently.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
That's all I
Like,
really wanted to
Do
say.
they just sell calzones or do they do Stromboli's too?
Just calzones. I like this is not a joke.
Dude, I really want a Stromboli. I haven't had a Stromboli in a very long time.
Oh man,
At
isn't
least
this
I'm not the only one that hears calzone whenever you say calzone.
Oh, I think we all hear it.
I read calzone every time I look at them.
But what is it? What is it? Stromboli's just a pizza like flipped in half, and a calzone's like a specially made thing, right?
It's a pizza tortilla.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Did you just? Never mind.
Yes, Germany.
You
He
heard
did
that
that.
too, Germany? The mispronunciation of tortilla.
I always say tortilla. And I'm Hispanic, so.
Well, you know how to make a good quesadilla. You need some good tortilla.
I fucking hate this.
I always say quesadillas.
I seriously, for the longest time, thought that queso was pronounced queso.
All Mexican food is pronounced like you're saying the word armadillo.
Armadillo.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Really
I've
bad.
just made someone mad.
You made someone really mad.
Oh my god. All right, moving on before somebody starts a race war in my chat.
Eh,
So getting your guys' beautiful view of the city. The airship piles in. You can also see a couple of airships leaving the city, coming into the city. And when you guys finally dock, escorting Edon out as well, he waves you guys off and says, "I'm just gonna go find an inn and rest."
Scarlett, you've been here before. You got any recommendations on an inn that we can put Drac in?
Usk just looks at Gil, and then hears in and just looks away.
Depends.
What's the budget?
It depends on your budget. I think I might know a nice little dirt shack about 2 miles out.
That's good enough for you, Don.
He's
Gosh,
he's
how about-
he's gonna look back at you guys and says, "I'm just gonna go find somebody with them. Yeah, goodbye." And he just walks off.
Josh, how much did I make the second time gambling?
Did you win? Did you win the poll?
Yes, I did.
You did. Ooh, okay. You make an additional 38,
Nice.
and then they stop playing with you because it's bullshit.
It's not the first time Josh got mad at me for gambling.
And I don't know what it is with you. You can't roll to save your fucking life, but the second you start gambling, you suddenly pull out God dice.
I know. First
Alright.
time I played in Avalon, I was gambling with one of the twin gods.
Oh,
He
great.
gambled platinums. I won.
That was a mistake that I learned very quickly. Don't gamble with your players in platinum pieces. Alright, so finally off of the docks, you guys are now within the city itself, and it is busy as hell here. The around the city, it's very prestigious, being of the capital city of the world. Nice cobbled laid roads, strict areas for walking, sidewalks and such. You guys can see carts and buggies going around all over the place. People are talking on the sides of the roads, chatting, going about their days. Shops pretty much have lines coming out of them, and people are talking around. And like around the place, you guys can see. Honestly, it's a very, very clean and pretty city.
You know what? I'm surprised. It doesn't smell like fish.
Well, the
Is it
city's
supposed to smell like fish?
landlocked.
You know what, Anthil? That is a valid point that I did not think about.
Gil,
Yes.
you saw the city coming in, correct?
And listen, I've only ever been the port cities.
Then what makes you think this city will smell like fish?
Because it's just the smell I associate with a city.
It's kind of like being in airships with manual transmissions all your life, and then seeing one without the manual transmission, and you're like, oh, where did that go?
I'm going to assume... I mean, actually, no. I would probably understand what you just said. Yeah, like what John said.
What?
Yeah,
It's-
Anethil looks a little confused as well.
It's-
So
it's-
like when you see.
It's
When
like
you
when
see
you
it-
you know there's been a tree there, and then you go, and then there's just no trees, and you're like, where all the trees go?
Let me
you
let me
just-
put it this way: it's like when you see dire wolves your whole life, and then the next time you see a wolf, it doesn't have. It's not massive.
Just a normal sized wolf, which is still pretty big, but
It's still
not as big as a dire
it's
wolf.
not as massive. Yeah. Same. Yeah.
Okay, that was more understandable than what the fuck's a transmission?
It's the thing that they use to start and stop the engines and make sure that things go in the airships.
If they even have that,
They do now.
It's kind of difficult to explain a magical engine on an airship. You throw magic items in it, it creates fuel. That's all it does.
It is a combustion engine.
Yeah.
So
Actually-
Anethil then turns to Scarlet and says, "All right, well, we're here. So, do you want to take us to where you have to go?"
Do you guys actually want to come with me?
Sure.
Ah.
I've never seen the cathedral before.
I mean, I don't think most of us have anything better to do.
I mean, I've never been to the city before.
That too. I would also thoroughly like to see this place.
Well, if you'd like to come visit, it's right this way.
Following the child. That's the spirit, Jomini.
Then you guys proceed down the streets of this capital city, following Scarlet to the large cathedral that you guys can see that resides close to the center of the city. While you guys are walking, go ahead and roll me perception rolls.
Huh? Who's gonna get robbed?
Probably none of us, but you never know.
Hold on to your coin purses, kids.
You didn't beat me that time, Gil.
You're right, but
John
John did.
Okay, so as you guys are walking around, you guys hear the sounds of the city. It's like an early 1930s New York. Amount of people that are just around talking. You can hear shopkeepers shouting about special deals that they have, fresh produce coming in from the farms, and different people like recruiting for guilds and adventures and stuff.
Get your wares here, many wares, type the wares.
Along as you guys approach closer to the cathedral, you guys happen to glance and see like around the center area, like the actual center of the city is produced by a large fountain that displays a statue of honestly a group of people. It's quite miraculous stonework. One of them appears to be a small rat folk wielding what appears to be prototype guns. The others, give me a second. The others appear to be a much more feminine woman, younger looking, with wings strewn of angels. Another one appears to be a small humanoid figure clad in armor and large shields and a hammer. Another one appears to be a small kobold. And then a human, a tiefling. And as you guys approach it, you guys can see that this is a statue commemorating the bravery and honor of the entire group of the Wanderers, including those that were lost.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fuck.
I'm not even playing when I say I got fucking chills for some reason.
Oh my god, it took me a hot second to realize who you were all describing. And I was like, oh fuck, that's
I kinda
everyone.
got the idea when you mentioned the fucking wings, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Obviously mine is the Thyrus.
Obviously.
Fuck that guy.
So yeah, that is now the centerpiece of Center City, Algeroth.
Fuck.
I just realized that Cody's actually
I-
name in Discord is Osiris.
Yes.
I would
that's
just
good.
like to point out, if William was to walk through Algeroth and see this statue and be like, he does not like the idea.
Morgan doesn't pay attention to it.
Are you even I guess if it was commissioned before you? What? How does that work?
What
Because
are you talking about?
You dis a fucking peer. Doesn't all record of you dis a fucking peer too?
Technically, no. People just forget me when they talk to me.
Okay.
All right.
There's
Noted.
no record of Morgan.
So, admiring the statue's art, the statue's stonework, and the sculpture itself. You guys begin to continue your way through. Gil, Usk, and Jean. You guys happen to hear a small commotion off to
You
the
see
side.
You see a pale man with no face staring directly at you.
Oh fuck, not that guy again.
You guys happen to hear a small commotion happening on the other side. What appears to be
Us
a
doesn't
small
look, but he listens.
gathering of people. Some of them appear to be in full plate mail armor. Others appear to be in well-decorated robes and such. Each of them there are two banners that two people are holding. What appears to be a violet, like a royal purple symbol.
I look in that general direction.
Give me a
And,
second,
like-
and I will get the symbol for you.
And kind of get everyone else's like attention to be like, hey, there's a thing.
So it's again,
Hey,
it's a royal it's like a royal purple banner with this symbol being displayed on it, and you guys can hear the people shouting about or holding up signs and banners saying help, help us take back the scar, and they're shouting things about government control of the scar, the secrets are being hidden and yada yada.
Oh, they're
Like I
goddamn
said.
conspiracy kids.
Like I said, Usk ignores it,
You'll
but he
kinda
listens
find
to what
some
they
funny-
say.
Is this
I feel
Avalon's
like I
version
should.
of? Is this Avalon's version of the radio of Area 51?
No, it's
I
Does
feel like I should know this symbol. It looks
Dave,
familiar.
give me a knowledge history check.
I would also
Sure.
probably know this symbol.
Brady, I'll give you a knowledge history roll as well. All right. Usk, you may have heard of this. It's kind of fuzzy. Like, you know that this group was some sort of like divine group that used to be with the church and used to slay beings of evil and stuff. You can't quite recall the name of them, but for all you know, they were supposed to be disbanded years ago.
You're cutting out, Josh.
Oh, like I was saying, you sort of recognize this symbol. It's more along the lines of like these were religious people who used to fight off beings of evil, but you can't quite recall what they were called. All you know is that they were disbanded years ago.
The last time I saw them, I was real young. They were trying to recruit my parents.
Exactly.
Oh, Josh,
of-
is there
out
a
of-
chance any way I would know it or no? Because if they're not in just the one city or they're in multiple cities.
No, this group is specifically for here in the Shadowed Lands.
Alright.
Out of game, you guys probably remember the symbol as the insignia of the fallen elite.
We never did anything with them.
Exactly.
That's where I remember the symbol from, personally.
Yes, this is the symbol of the fallen elite from campaign 2.
Did we ever have Did we ever like get a chance to interact with the Falling Elite?
Only during the very beginning of the campaign.
Oh,
we
okay.
weren't part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never went back to that city or town.
All right, so eventually you guys follow Scarlet, and you guys can hear the sounds of choir music being played in the background as you guys step up to the double doors of the cathedral.
Hey, this is where we got contracted to basically be if Opal dies, you fucked.
Yeah, basically.
Good times.
Yeah, it is.
I bolted the.
Flashbacks.
Then she
Flashback
died,
to
and nothing really
the
came
time
of
that
it.
I accidentally left a pocket nuke in the cathedral.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I think we were already absolved of that by then, Dave.
We were, yeah.
But and then I had to run out of the cathedral and change the name on the cart.
Uh,
Oh yeah,
it's
the
carriage.
my
to
God.
just the cart.
no, it was the carriage.
It was
Oh,
the
was it?
carriage.
Oh, that's right. I just got rid of the miss and just put D in front of it. A really nice fucking D.
Wasn't it also painted with flames or some shit too?
Yeah, it was.
I-
It was
I
like
was.
hot rod flames and shit.
Listen, I had some extra time. And who knew that monk you just picked up was a really fucking good artist?
Ironic how what had happened to him later in the campaign, though.
I know, right?
Paints the cart with hot rod flames. Nearly dies to
Fire.
fire.
Does die to fire.
Does die to
Mhm.
fire. Dies to a lot of things.
but
won't
is
be-
never allowed to truly be dead.
William is the exact definition of I'm too stubborn to die.
That is what this character that I'm playing is going
William
to be.
is literally just a Dark Souls character, but not soulless.
He has idiots who bring him back. I just keep getting resummoned.
To be fair, you married two of those idiots.
True.
Yeah, true.
All right, back to being in the fancy church.
Yeah. So, now being inside the fancy church, Dave, around this time, you do know the schedule of the church fairly well. And it's not exactly time for prayers and shit. It's just it's just the time where there could be people that come in and like confess their sins and everything and try to repent for what they did.
Mother,
It's
may I?
mostly alcoholics, and it's mostly alcoholics.
Yeah.
So I should fit right in.
This is quite honestly the biggest place of worship I've ever been to.
Agreed.
Yeah, and then as you guys enter, you guys can mostly see people just sitting in the pews talking amongst themselves and such. You can see some of the assistants walking around talking amongst other people as well. And then for what you guys see is a little bit older woman dressed in white gowns with folded wings on her back, braided blonde hair with a circlet on her head, and a protruding horn out of her forehead. As some of you may know who this is, being Opal Florinia, the High Priestess of Algeroth.
Or, you know, we recognize her from the statue outside.
Yeah.
That lady was in the statue.
I
Yes,
bet she was.
I'm going to. I'm going to put money on the fact that that's probably Opal Floridian, considering this is the High Church of Algeroth and all.
Did you say Opal Floridian?
Yes, Opal Floridian.
I'm pretty
That's a
sure
beautiful
that's
name.
not her name.
Floridian? How do you pronounce it?
Florinia.
Florinia. Oh, my bad. I think I've always heard Josh say it. I think I've just mentally always heard a mispronunciation.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wait, that was an unironic thing for you?
Yes, I was not trying there. That was my
Oh.
brain fucking up.
Well,
Floridia.
now it's canon.
A Gil. It's an accent. It's a regional thing.
It's canon for me.
All right,
Well, at
so
any rate,
you
would be
guys-
correct.
you guys are then approached. As soon as I can find a freaking token to use. What the hell?
Hey, no tokens for Josh.
No, it's just I have so many tokens in my folder that
No, I get
and the problem is none of them are labeled.
That's why you need a spawn page.
Anyway,
It's
alright.
just all.
We're just gonna go with a typical acolyte picture here. Hold on. All right, then you guys are then approached by one of the gentlemen in robes. Scarlet, you don't actually you do know this person. Never mind. His name is Bill. We'll just say that.
Bill.
We'll just his
Is
name
his
is
last name Nye?
No, he's not Bill Nye.
God damn it.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill Nye, the pastor guy.
He walks up to you guys and he gives you all a greeting bow.
He's actually Bill Tithe.
And then he gives you all a bow and he says, "Welcome you all to the Cathedral of Algeroth."
Thanks. It's a pretty place in here.
What time of day is it?
It's about midday. And he looks down at you and he gives you another bow, Dave, and he says, "Miss May, it is wonderful to see you return."
Afternoon, Bill. How's it going?
Normal day. What brings you back to the cathedral? I thought you were out on your little adventure escapade.
Well, it's still not over. I still have not found that guild I've been looking for.
That's unfortunate. I assume that you're here to speak with the High Priestess?
Yeah, I kinda need to speak with Master Florenia for a bit.
Well, I'm sure she has the time for it. Please, follow me.
Yeah, I'll follow him. I just look back at the rest of them. Please don't do anything stupid.
You know my normal response.
Ask, why don't we just go ahead and have a seat for a little bit?
Fine.
We're gonna go ahead and drag Matt over here. Jim John, what are you up to?
Yes.
Seating, got it.
I was just writing notes.
Alright, so for those of you who have not seen Opal's new token, sort of like this. With folded angel wings on the back, and of course her signature horn. Alright, she's gonna look up and she's going to see Scarlet there. She's gonna give you a smile and says, Scarlet! Wonderful to see you again. How's your adventure going?
Well, interestingly,
I sure hope nothing bad has happened.
I mean, nothing worse than anything that has ever happened before.
Well, I just wouldn't want to see you get hurt is all.
Mm. Well, no, nothing I couldn't handle.
Well, that's good.
Did you get the letter that I sent ahead?
Yes, I did, actually. Dave, can you please relay what you put in that message?
I detailed everything that happened with the Pirates of the Scarlet Camilla.
Gotcha. Right. Well, it is unfortunate that your captain did not follow strict code, especially passing through the Scarlet's territory. But I'm more or less confused of your actions.
What'd I miss?
Nothing yet. Well, to be honest, I was impulsive and let my emotions get the better of me. Again.
But I must also say that I am slightly proud of you for holding yourself back this time.
That's concerning.
This time?
Do we hear that?
No, you guys are in
We
the back.
don't.
You guys are in the back
We
of the
definitely
church.
don't.
Man, because I really want the like awkward exchange of glances like this time.
You guys are just more baffled that the youngest member of your group is talking to like one of the most legendary people on the planet.
Yep.
Well, I had some help.
You can see Opal look up and now glancing at the rest of the party.
I wave.
And you can see a slight smile crest over her face, and she says, "Boy, does that bring back memories."
I
Well,
just kind of look at her a little confusedly.
random party coming in, picking up one of the clerics of the church.
We need a healer. Kicks in door.
But it's good to see that you're not traveling alone anymore. I was very worried about your safety and such. I understand that you can handle yourself, but seeing as how young you are, it still does raise a little concern.
Yeah, I tend to forget about that.
You are a little bit more mature than most people your age, but that's mostly because of where you came from. But there must be some reason for you to be here.
Well, to be quite frank, wondering if there was anyone that was going to be taking care of those pirates.
The Scarlet Camilla are. I understand that they are very dangerous. However, they are a special case, and we have some of us working on it.
That is understandable.
But I would at least attempt to stay away from their hunting grounds. More specifically, underneath and to the southwest of Faris.
Well, if we can help it, we will, as long as we don't get another captain like him.
We have the airship committee taking care of him. He's no longer going to be piloting and putting people in danger.
Well, I'd after seeing what that woman did to him with her sword, I highly doubt he'd be able to stand on ship anyways. Not at least unless he gets a peg leg.
Brings a whole new word to brings the terminology of pirate back to where it originated from.
I thought you were gonna say brings a whole new meaning to peg.
I thought about
I was
I
going
thought of
toward,
I thought about it, but then I remembered nope, she's in church
Wouldn't do that.
and
You don't know
Scarlet's a child.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. That's what we're talking about.
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, Opal will never say that. Thinks back to memories of her and William and Faris is like, you fucking degenerates.
Would have to say though, I'm still coming up blank on the Raven's eyes. I looked all over. Unfortunately, they're not easy to find.
Neither are most of the Dark Guilds. We're handling a situation at the moment in time. Let me go look up the name of this character. Give me a second. I've had Anna dealing with a situation in regards to the old guild of the Fallen Elites for the longest of time now.
Oh? I don't think I remember anything about them.
They were more or less of keeping the devils of the Scar at the bay.
Oh.
But however, I'm not entirely sure why they're rioting and causing such commotion. The Scar has been quelled, but yet they still persist to words disobey our requests of staying out of the Scar. Are you going to be in town for long?
We could be here for pretty much as long as we need to be. We're going to try and pick up a couple of odd jobs around town, make some money for airfare. We are going to need to get back to Myril.
Oh, for what reason?
The Lumina Festival.
Oh, that is coming up, isn't it? Oh, I totally forgot. Well, since you're looking for small jobs to run. Would you mind running one for me?
Of course. I'd do anything for you.
And she's going to reach into her satch, and then she's going to pull out a letter, and she's going to hand it to Rose and say, would you mind heading out to the wasteland of the Scar, handing this to my daughter Anna?
Sure, no problem. Oh, that reminds me. Here. It's from your son. Orwin sends his regards. Said he'd be here in person, but something came up.
She's gonna take the letter, open it, give it a glance over. And she's gonna, like, put on she's, like, goes from just a neutral face to a slightly annoyed expression. And she says...
The face of a disappointed mother.
And she says, oh, that boy. Always getting himself mixed up in things that he doesn't need to be mixed up in. Ah, very well. Noctis will handle him.
I can just imagine Noctis actually just looming in a shadow somewhere doing that.
You know, damn well he would.
Lightning cracks behind him.
She folds up the paper again and sticks it in her bag and says, "You not need to worry about this, Rose. It's just a small family matter. That's all." Gorwin is...
Seem to not want to talk about it too much, but
No, Gorwin's just being rash again. He's acting before thinking. He takes after his father.
Noctis.
But say we're not the best influence for that.
Noctis somewhere in the world sneezes and lightning fucking just shoots out of his mouth. Sorry,
What are you, a
class.
fucking dragon? Don't answer
No.
that.
He might be at that time. He can.
wouldn't be the only one that has a tendency of thinking before acting. Or acting before thinking.
That's true. That is true. A lot of our group did. Well, anyway, I Jesus Christ.
Brand? Are you buffering?
My brain is buffering. What the hell? I've never had this much trouble coming up with dialogue. What is happening?
Jeez, man, get a drink. Okay.
I know it's St. Patty's Day, but fuck.
No, I haven't had anything to drink at all. Like,
They
I've
should
literally
change that.
fucking water and milk. That's all I've been drinking all day.
Malk?
He wants the milk.
Milk. All right. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind getting that letter to Anna as quickly as you can, that would be great. It doesn't have to be today, just when you have the time.
Of course. Not a problem. One other thing that might need to be brought to attention. On a particular job that we had in Myril, it's presumed that we might have one of the guild's followings.
Opal does look a little concerned at this, and she says, well, what exactly happened?
It was supposed to be just a simple search, just a simple fetch quest, get a book and deliver it back to the person that bought it. And in the process, it seems that the person we were to return it to, the mark from Death's Hand.
Now
They
Opal
weren't
is
killed,
now Opal is very concerned.
but they weren't dead. They were missing.
Something must have happened during that investigation then. I understand this is a little grim to say, Rose, but Death's Hand is a very serious guild. That kind of incident must be taken very seriously. I am very glad that you managed to get out of there as soon as you did.
It was
As soon as we did, we fucking hightailed it out of that place.
It's also fortunate of that one of the people in my traveling group that isn't here at this moment happened to have some connections that he did.
I'm assuming it's with another one of the guilds?
I don't think he would want me to say, but know that yes, and well, it's none of the ones that are particularly awful.
More of just thieves than murderers.
As I would like to ask you to be extremely careful, especially if you're going to be dealing with things of the guilds.
Well, I will be. As always.
Alright. Just be careful who you speak to. Not everybody in this world can be trusted.
Yes, I know.
She has party members well aware of that.
Well, you're more than welcome to come back and visit whenever you want. It's always a pleasure to see you here.
Yep.
Alright, Bill, if you wouldn't mind heading into the back and start preparing everything for sermon tonight? Yes, ma'am.
That's switching voices. Holy shit. It caught me so off guard.
Well, I think I should going with them.
Enjoy your return to the city.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get fucking robbed.
Well, the session title is Distress in Algeroth. Or is it Algeroth?
True. Well,
Hey, that's metagaming.
Yeah, that is metagaming, you ass.
To our current knowledge, the only distress is Opal's family troubles.
true.
Oh, so you had 2 kids, Javani?
Listen,
The first one was going to be... Oh, no. That's right. She's not an uncle.
They're twins.
Never mind.
They're twins. Hey,
Oh, God. 3
William
sets of
has-
twins?
William has 4.
That's true.
3 sets of twins out of the Wanderers.
Who else?
That's an
has
adventuring parter right there. Or no.
Your
2
kids
sets.
in general are an adventuring
Adventure-
party.
They are a very well-rounded adventuring party, may I add.
twins? That they are.
You've got 2 monks, a fighter, a paladin?
Paladin. Yep.
Two monks,
wizard.
two monks, a fighter, a paladin, a wizard, and an orc or a cleric.
That's a fucking adventuring party.
that's a
Yeah.
And then what is this Squish's kid technically an oracle?
He's an oracle.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, imagine the Wanderers get their own spin-off. Wanderers, the next generation.
No.
Oh,
He won't let us do that.
No, I won't let you guys do that.
And
refuse.
for good reason.
not for us. Not for us. For the yeah.
Make other people play the characters.
Oh God, no.
That's just a
Gross.
dick move.
That's just a dick move.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright,
so after Rose finally comes,
Not a bad idea for new players, though.
after Rose finally comes back,
Well, my business here is concluded, unless you guys want to stay for sermon later today.
Huh. No.
I am going to respectfully decline that offer.
same here.
Respectfully, I don't like the vibes of churches.
Gotta give you a side eye at that exact thing.
Yeah, Jomini, you have been very uncomfortable sitting in this place.
Listen.
And it's not hard to spot. It's not hard to spot.
Religious
Well.
people scare me.
That's perfectly fine and well. Not everyone is, well, used to being in these kinds of places. Not anymore. Being
Well, if
honest,
we can
I'm
explore
surprised
the
there's
city
this
if you
many
want to
people here.
we can just explore about the city and find some jobs if you wanted to stay and help about here.
No, it's fine. Besides, I have a job for us already anyways.
Oh?
Oh,
Master wants us to deliver a letter to the Scar.
I don't. So,
Uh.
as the person who is from here, Scarlet, how far
Uh.
away would you say the scar is?
it's a couple days.
Be about
Okay.
a day or two's walk.
Okay, just wondering.
Do you forget that I'm from the Shattered Lands?
In my defense, I just think you're from everywhere.
Technically not wrong.
Well,
All right. Well,
let's see if we
where do you guys want to go first?
Well, I don't think we really have enough money to do a lot of shopping unless anyone needs something very specifically. Why don't we go to a tavern and find a job board?
Ooh, Scarlet. Would you like to go to the tavern we haven't been to yet?
Which one is that?
Genshin and Wingray.
Oh no. That place is kind of big. Also, kind of attached to the Wanderers Guild.
Yeah, they probably still got jobs.
I did try to get jobs from there before I went off on my adventure trying to find the Raven's Eyes, but their jobs are a little scary.
Well, if they have,
It is the elite of elite guilds, after all.
oh,
I still want to go just to check out the actual tavern itself. I've never been.
You
Heard
must.
about it a lot.
If you must, you may. I have no problem with it. Warning you ahead of time.
What are you warning me about?
What are you warning us about?
It's rowdy.
we
Husk
get there.
just
super
looks
fucking
at
peaceful.
Scarlet.
Have you
Husk
been
is
to the
gone.
Wildlands? Husk?
Can't say that I have.
Perhaps this wouldn't necessarily not be the correct way to put it for you. Have you been to Redonia?
Can't say that I have.
I'm actually kind of curious about this place myself. Like, I've heard of it from, people I've talked to in the past, but it wouldn't hurt to see what's inside.
Well, if you want to see it, it's right this way.
Huh, why not?
Yep.
Right. And you guys go ahead and slowly make your way down the main street of Algeroth and making your way towards the prestigious tavern of Genshin and Wingrights. As you guys are approaching the area, you guys can hear very loud music, shockingly, coming from the building itself. Much larger building compared to most of the other smaller taverns around the city. Being a few stories tall now, and taking up most of the corner of the block.
So it's comparable to the cathedral.
No, nowhere close.
The cathedral's much larger.
Yeah, you're trying to compare oh fuck.
Think of the cathedral as the entire holy city of the Vatican.
I was about to say Notre Dame.
That's a good.
Honest. I was
Fair.
honestly about to. I was literally about to compare Dave and Buster's to the LAX, but okay.
The cathedral is basically Notre Dame, and Genshin and Wingrights is basically the Grand Fairy Tale.
A Dave and Buster's.
I would probably compare it to Fairy Tale. Yeah.
No, I get you. Yeah.
All right. So yeah. Anyway, you guys are again approaching this area. You guys hear loud music. You see groups of people talking amongst each other along the sides of the street. Everybody here looks like an adventurer. Everybody everybody on the sides of the street talking to one another appears to be an adventurer. Everybody has armor. Everybody has weapons. And like you can hear shouts and chants and such coming from inside of the building as well. And as you guys are walking up to the building, you guys are getting like a couple of looks from certain adventurers, and you guys can see them like whispering to each other.
Yeah, before we walk in, is anybody actually like actively tailing us?
I was going to ask if I recognized any of the adventurers.
No, there's a lot of new faces that you guys are seeing. A whole other part of the world that you're in.
But nobody's tailing us, right?
Not that you can see, no.
Fair enough.
Alright, so for lag's sake, I did not populate this area. Okay, I didn't want to overload everybody's computers.
Okay.
The bar itself is relatively small.
This
There's
looks
a lot
like
of
the.
people in here.
Actually, I think this is the exact same map.
It is.
It is.
It's just we can't see the back room anymore.
Yeah.
Because we're not the owners.
We don't know.
All right, so who is entering the bar first?
Hell yeah.
Me. I would enter first.
I'm right behind Scarlet.
All right.
Feels gonna stick with Anethel.
So Scarlet and Usk, you guys enter this tavern first. As soon as you guys open the doors, you guys are met with the sounds of music playing in the background. Usk, make me a reflex save.
Oakley dokley.
It's a pretty good band.
Oh fuck.
All right, so Usk, as soon as you open the door, like you suddenly just take a look up, and then you see like a body flying at you, and you just stick your hand out, just like stop it in front of you, and have it fall to the ground. As the scrawny little blonde guy who was thrown at you gets up, wipes his mouth, like gives you a 2-fingered salute, and then rushes back into the bar, right at this other like hulking mustached man in the center of it. As you guys can see what appears to be a bar fight in the middle of the process. You guys
just has a giant smile on his face.
You guys can see like there are mugs flying all over the place. People are getting shoved all over the place. The entire area is just a mess. Meanwhile, over here at the bar, like there are people lined up shoulder to shoulder at this place.
Oh my god.
You guys
I warned you.
and you guys are just utterly shocked by the amount of chaos that is ensuing in this place. Through the crowd of people that are standing on at the bar, rushing back and forth, pouring drinks and serving food and such, appears to be a middle-aged human female with long braided red hair that looks rather disheveled. Like her clothes are stained with food. There's like wine stains. She has like a small crescent moon necklace on, a couple rings and bracelets and such, and she looks very, very, very busy helping with the servers. And then she suddenly leans over the counter, just chucks a mug at somebody over here who's like picking up a chair, and she says, "Oi! Put the damn chair down or I'll splatter you against the back wall."
Oh shit.
Reminds me of a sailor's bar.
Who did she say that to?
So some guy that was over here that was about to pick up a chair and throw it at somebody. We just had those damn chairs replaced last week. And you, put the damn pitcher down or I'll backhand you into the fireplace. Over here in the corner, you guys can see like a small group of performing bards. One with a guitar-like instrument, the flute, and another one's like tapping on like a metal barrel and such for like a drum effect.
May I recommend a Bowron?
Not quite a Bowron, but you know, it's
My defense, Josh, I wasn't sure if you know what a Balron was.
Yes, I know what a Balron is.
Quick question. You mentioned that a big ass guy with a mustache threw a scrawny ass guy, and I'll stop. You said it was a big ass guy with a mustache, right?
Yeah.
Is it a blonde mustache?
No, it's not Escanor. Oh my god.
God damn it.
No,
I was
it's
honestly just-
not.
I thought it was Louis Armstrong from
No.
Alchemist.
No.
Mine. Look at all my muscles. Put on a shirt.
Passed down through the Armstrong family line.
No. Let's be honest. Passed down through the Glickman family line.
It would be a Glickman in this world.
It would.
Alright, so here you guys are in the chaotic room of Genshin Wingrights. Chairs and tables are strewn all over the place. There are some people that are sitting at tables enjoying a meal, just completely tuning out everything that's happening around them. You guys see there's a staircase up above that leads upstairs to what you can probably tell is the inn part of the tavern itself. Over the fireplace, you guys see like a grand fireplace. You guys can see a rack over here on the wall with a bunch of weapons strewn on it. On the mantle of the fireplace, however, you guys can see like a small statue that's resting in a plaque that's on it as well. But through the bodies and such, it's really difficult to see what's written on it and what the statue is.
I am going to try and make my way to that statue. I'm interested in it now.
In the meantime, you guys are pushing themselves through the crowd. You guys see an older gentleman here, draped in a leather tunic, with an apron on as well, with a serving dish underneath his arm, and he just like pushes his way through the crowd, and he gives you guys a gesture of hello and says, "Welcome to Genshin Wingrights. I apologize for the commotion at the moment. Find a table. I wish you the best of luck, or find a place at the bar. I will be with you in just a few moments, as soon as I help the rest of the customers here and try and quell what's happening here."
Is that Kevin?
It can't be Kevin. Kevin would be dead.
Is that Kevin?
No, it's not Kevin.
Kevin?
It's not Kevin.
Kevin's a drow.
Oh, Kevin was a
You-
drow.
No, Kevin
was
was
not.
human.
Kevin
Oh,
was
he
a
was I
human.
thought he was a drow.
No, Kevin was
No.
human.
We went over this.
Kevin
Human.
was a human we just kidnapped.
No.
From the Underdark.
This. You guys, I don't know, are aware, but
This
this,
is,
is
this-
Kevin
Don't
and-
shut up.
I'm aware. I know what's going
No
on. here.
metagaming.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be an important thing or not.
Who knows?
I
Woo!
don't fucking know anymore.
All right.
Anyways,
So you're gonna see him like lean over to the bar, place the serving tray over. He's gonna roll up his sleeves, and he's just gonna be like, "All right, you two, that's enough. Come here." He's gonna make
This
his way
man
over.
is a brawler.
He's gonna make his way over to the fight that's happening here in the center of the room.
Can we see an open table?
Is there an open table?
Yeah, yeah. You guys can see like a small. I would probably say like this table right here is probably open. Most of the commotion is happening in like this area right here.
And we hightail over to the table.
I'm going
Yep.
to take Anathil and Gil's hands, and I'm going to usher them down through the sides.
I am pushing my way through the center.
Was planning on taking this path anyway.
I'm going to try to walk through the crowd with an intimidating presence.
You're about to get thrown out of your ass.
Jomini and Usk, roll me a
There
reflex
you
save.
are.
A reflex save? Where's my reflex? Am I blind? There it is. Oh my god.
Hey,
I get a +1 against slowing and immobilizing me.
you just get hit in the head with a mug as an ale spills over you.
Okay, and then continues walking.
Yep. Germany, with your general intimidate, like you see a couple of people like duck out of the way and such. They see a guy walking around with a metal arm. They're just like, yeah, not getting hit with that today. Sorry.
I don't want to be hit by that. And that's that's valid.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm sorry, but not getting hit with that today.
Brady. So as you're walking past, you said you wanted to inspect the statue on the fireplace.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So as you approach it, the statue appears to be a like a red stained marble, probably almost like a granite. And appears to be in the shape of a small kobold, kind of familiar to what you saw in the center city. And then it has like the little kobold with standing in like his sword down into the ground, head up high, looking proud as ever. And then you can see on the little plaque on the statue, it says "Fireplace reserved for the Oracle of Life."
Oh God. Oh,
You
I'm
mean-
glad that joke continues.
Did you mean light? Because you said life.
Or light, yeah, light.
I am so glad that joke continues.
I can just imagine the walls have like a couple landscapes or portraits painted by William on it.
Yeah, there's a couple of like paintings and such of different places around the entire world, really.
Saw some things.
All right.
Well, we made it to the table.
Yeah, you guys make it to the table. Band is still playing behind you guys. The fight is still going on. It takes a little while for somebody to finally approach you guys. And it turns out that it is the red-haired lady from behind the bar. She like pushes away one of the patrons and like blows a piece of hair out of her face and says, "Sorry about that, folks. Welcome to Genshin Wing Rights. My name is Sarah McAllister. I'll be doing my best to serve you."
What's her name?
Sarah McAllister.
That's right. Kevin McAllister.
And no, they put it together.
Yes, for everybody who watched the second season of Avalon, this is the great granddaughter of Kevin and Alice. Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
It was Alice.
this is the great granddaughter of Alice and Kevin because they're human.
Oh, I already knew Dave, but I totally would have thought Alice wore the pants and she made Kevin take her name.
That's what I was thinking too. Let's be honest here.
Eh.
Kevin did wear a dress when he first got here.
Not by choice, but
It was not by choice at first. Then he grew to accept it.
Yeah,
that man had a love for kilts in his latter years.
He was definitely the sub in the relationship.
You got pegged.
Yeah, it definitely was.
So I give her a polite smile and say, quite a rambunctious establishment you have here.
yeah. I mean, this is typical, especially during the weeks. Everybody's waiting for the new quests to come out and such.
Oh, I see.
You guys from out of town?
Yes, we just flew in from Baroque.
Baroque? Oh, okay. Wow.
Well,
No offense, but
fooled.
some of you guys don't really look the magic type. Like her, I can see, and she points to Anathil. You, I can
just
see.
deadpans looks at her.
You, I can see, and she points to Gil. You, I don't understand. You, I'm not quite sure, and she points at Jean. And Rosalie Rosalie, she says, "I could have sworn I've seen you at the cathedral before."
Usk just has a deadpan look on his face.
And you?
Don't even need to say it.
Okay.
He has no magical aptitude whatsoever.
Well, we were just there doing some simple quests and all. That's all.
I'm gonna look at her and say, well, despite what I carry on me, I still got some skills, and I just create a little bit of a statue in her figure.
Fuck you can't. No prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Oh my god.
At this point, I
Prestidigitation.
say it wrong on purpose.
Prestidigitation. Fuck.
It's the problem. I got a natural hiss, so that S trips me up.
It sucks.
Mhm.
Anyways, the point
I
is,
don't
make-
understand how people mispronounce it. It's prestidigitation.
Listen.
Anyways.
If you live with speech impediments, you know.
You would know.
Yes. I have lived with speech impediments.
Anyways, the point of the point of the spell is to make a statue in her figure.
Okay, yeah, it's a
A
pretty,
small little one.
it's a pretty crude one.
Gil is amused by this, not knowing that John had any magical aptitude.
Yeah, Anathel's a little taken back by this too. She's like, "Well, okay then. I apologize. So, what can I get? What can I get y'all to drink? Ales around? Juice?
Jeez.
Yes to everything. She gets the juice. I get the ale.
That
Jean,
you also-
tea.
the white hair, gets the ale.
Fair enough.
Blue boy gets juice.
Preferably wine, actually.
No problem."
Still technically juice.
Yes,
And
but it's fermented.
Anathel's just gonna say, "I'll just have a water with lemon." All right, no problem. I'll be right back then. And then, as you guys watch her walk away, like one of the guys gets pushed into her, and she just like takes her serving tray, and just cracks him against the face with it.
I just imagine all their lineage, all of the brawler class, the bar brawler.
Now I can't tell if it's because I haven't really been around women a lot, but God, is this love?
The answer is no.
No.
Are you reading my
anything,
mind right now, Jean?
I'm a little
If
taken.
anything, it's infatuation.
think I
It'll
have.
pass.
I'm a little taken back, Sean. I didn't know you knew magic.
Agreed.
There are things here and there. I'm not too experienced yet. Learning.
Did you say you're more apt with your firearms than you are with your magics?
I would definitely say so. I am
Hmm.
a hunter from my town.
Fair enough.
I can do some fun stuff there.
Well, at any rate,
So I'm going to
Wanted
assume
to
from
see it,
earlier comment
and
the
here it
quest
is.
board is empty.
as
When
it
you guys
normally is.
when you guys passed it, the quest board is over here in this corner. When you guys passed it, there were very little papers on it.
So we can definitely take some like low thing that like the big boys don't want to do. I'm going to go take a quick perusal at the board. Would anyone like to join me?
Sure.
Sure.
I would
Sure.
rather avoid the crowd as much as I can.
I
You know,
will
that-
stay here and protect the table for you, ma'am.
You see Usk's face go from neutral to looking like he's pissed off and going through the crowd.
I just kind of slink my way around the wall.
I do the same.
Damn it,
Shudder,
Matt.
shudder at the sight of him. Alright.
In places like this, it kind of helps to be small.
Oh, I will not disagree with that. It's lovely having a thin and wiry frame sometimes. You know, I feel like Jomini.
I was gonna say you're built like me in real life, but
I know. All right, so Josh, what low paid scummy jobs do we got in this board?
Well, if we would go ahead and turn our attention to the world map,
The world map.
as we go ahead and pay attention to the world map,
Avalon.
honestly, it's just a lot of ads. It is advertisements, mostly, that is on the board. Advertisements of different adventuring people looking for people to help them with different monsters and such in the wildlands. Some of them are dealing with different creatures in the mountainsides. Some of them are expedition groups that are to explore the mountaintops and the harsh peaks of Algeroth's mountains. You guys see that symbol again from the Fallen Elite, or well, you guys don't know who they are. You guys see that symbol again, and you guys see it like covered up by a bunch of papers, like taking back the scar and such like that.
Ignoring those ones.
You guys see there's like a few quests taking different armaments and firearms, swords, armor, and such to the city of Rudania. You guys see different ads and such for different airship companies, especially what the fuck was the name of that one? Different airship companies, like the Guiding Winds and such, hiring new pilots and looking for crew members on their airships. Let me see. You guys see a couple of wanted posters for different individuals that are there. Some of them appear to be like lizard folk, dwarves, drow, elves, different people. And you guys can see like little symbols next to each of the different symbols next to each of their names. Some of which you guys actually haven't seen yet.
I was actually about to say if I recognized any of them, considering what my parents did.
Well, you guys recognize the symbol of Death's Hand. Obviously. You guys recognize... oh wow, this is very big.
Yeah,
That one
that
we
big.
just recognized because we saw the actual necklace.
Yeah. You guys recognize, of course, the symbol of the Snatchers. There's actually a couple of them that you see that you guys haven't seen before. Dave, you obviously recognize this one as Raven's Eye. But this is actually going to be your introduction to the rest of the Dark Guilds of Avalon now.
There's the what?
The
Dark Guilds of Avalon.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
some of that I missed.
This is probably the
What?
best image I found for
Fuck.
this one. This one, underneath this one, this one is the symbol for the Dark Guild, the Kings of Chaos.
Oh, that's very on the nose.
That's ominous.
You guys see one like this, which is also very big.
It's actually
That's
really
dope
cool.
as fuck.
The Broken Masquerade.
I would actually get that as a tattoo.
Same.
This one is the Dark Guild known as the Forsaken. I just like it how there's fucking elevator music playing in the background now. And then last but not least, you guys see this other symbol that looks like some very strange writing on the palm of someone's hand. You guys see this symbol written underneath the wanted poster as the Risen Demons.
Well, fuck. Are all the guild notices on the board right now all like dark guilds?
Most of them. There's a lot of wanted posters like on the walls and such.
Okay.
And each of them there's at least one poster with each of the Dark Guilds on them.
Not the Serpent
Just
Syndicate.
for like hunting the.
I wouldn't think the Serpent Syndicate is a dark guild. I think it's a morally gray.
More of a gray.
Like they're just
Thought it was
thieves.
considered a dark guild technically because it's not a guild that follows the path of what's good.
Yeah, that's typically how it is, but
Okay.
you guys don't see any of the Serpent Syndicate Guild.
I would think like no one really cares about the Serpent
Well-
Syndicate because all they are thieves.
As long as they stay out of trouble, they're never going to have any of their members wanted, and
Yeah.
it seems like they like to try and keep themselves out of trouble.
Yeah. And then besides the wanted posters and the different advertisements and such, you guys see a couple more ads with very familiar symbols, especially for some of us. You guys recognize this symbol more specifically.
What's that one? The symbol of Algeroth?
The Huntsman.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's been a while.
It
yeah.
has been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, so you guys do recognize this symbol for the Huntsman Guild in the Wildlands, looking for fresh faces to join them on their hunts. You guys see you guys see a couple of people advertising things for like the brass hammers and the silver sabers and such. But yeah, like I said, it's mostly wanted posters and advertisements right now. Not a lot of jobs. Like I said, a couple like a delivery quest to Rudania with armaments and such. But you can see that like a bunch of the tabs are already missing. Not really much else.
Let me move that. There we go. Wait, is not right picture.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to think
I write
of
down the information for those.
those four.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Dave,
I'm like,
you know the snatchers. They're kidnappers, basically. They're just a bunch of kidnappers. You know, you have a lot of notes already on the Raven's Eye, and like these posters are kind of familiar to you because some of them have been up here for a while. So some of the information of the Kings of Chaos, they are mostly known as like a terrorist group. They don't really participate in a lot of like straight up cold blood murder like the Death Hands do. They just do a lot of destruction.
I mean, that is chaos.
Yeah. And the Risen Demons, basically they're just one of those groups of people that just literally hate everyone. They just literally hate everybody. Not a lot is known about them, but everybody who's up on this list is wanted for things like murder, you know, they're just a lot of bad people.
Well, they're wanted, which means they've got bounties on their head, and bounties equal money.
that's true, but are we actually equipped and capable to take out someone with take out bounties on people with such probably heavy crimes behind their names?
Normally, when I was alone, I'd say no, but well, I went after the Raven's Eye on my own. I'm still
So
alive
you
to say
mentioned.
so.
Oh, let's Gil's gonna take one of like the more normal quests, like a delivery or just like a fetch quest.
All right.
And,
Well, yeah, like I said, the only one good delivery quest is probably for the armaments to Redania, but you could see that like 5 out of like the 10 tabs that are on there, or are already taken.
Okay, so
And like uh fucking fuck. Just like Sarah was explaining, like they're all waiting for the next quests to be posted. So if you
fair
hang
enough.
around a little bit longer, there'll be new quests.
Oh, we're gonna
Do
be here
I
for a bit.
know when the quest post schedule is?
It's usually much later in the day.
Okay, probably closer to dinner time.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys like, we could have lunch now and then come back around dinner time. That's around when the new quests be
All
posted.
right, well let's
Unless you
let's
really
take
want to hang around here.
these for now, and then we'll have a bit of lunch and we'll explore the city. How about that?
That's fine by me.
All right. Around this time, Sarah would have came back, with all of your drinks and such, and you guys would have met back up with her, and she would have started taking your orders for food.
Oh.
She would say, so basically what I got roast beef, chickens. I have different types of ground beefs as well. Slew of different vegetables if you guys are interested in those. Fresh baked pies, and I think we have a new fresh shipment of cheeses as well.
Can I order myself a nice platter of ground beef and veggies and some cheese as well?
All right.
I'm just gonna order a salad.
Just a salad?
No,
It's lunch, you know, like
I whisper to Sarah, he's a vegetarian.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Anathel's just
Chicken and cheese.
chicken and cheese. Okay. How about you, young lady?
How special?
A special? Sure thing. Anathel's gonna look at Scarlet, and she's gonna look back at Sarah and says, "I guess I'll try that too." All right, 2 house specials: chicken and cheese, salad, and roast beef and veggies. Got it. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I'm gonna sip my wine.
Yo.
Now, how'd the job hunt go? Find anything interesting?
It's pretty much pick clean at this time. That usually is the case. New
Sounds
job
alright.
should be posted in about 4 to 5 hours from now. Other than that,
What
there's
time
just
is
a
it?
couple of really old wanted posters. It's currently about noon.
I should have. Yeah, fair enough.
Other than that, it's mostly a couple of wanted posters that have been up there for, well, as long as I can remember. Some of those people have been on the large for years now.
Didn't know it was so difficult to find a job in such a busy city.
It's mostly because of where we. Mostly, it's because of where we are.
Fair
Remember,
enough.
This
I'd
is
say
the holy
it's-
city of Algeroth, and this is the tavern that is connected to the Wanderers Guild. Most elite
Well,
group
see.
of adventurers that this world has ever known.
I'm honestly not surprised. This seems to be like a very busy area, so
Well, there's so many adventurers, boards get picked clean pretty
Exactly.
quickly.
it's quite the opposite of Elderpond, really. Some notices would stay up for days, even weeks, especially the missing people's person. The missing people's posts. Kind of sad, really.
It's been a while since I've done a missing persons case.
Same.
If we have the time, we'll go there.
You've done the missing persons case in your time?
Yes, I was about to say I'm quite shocked by that one too.
A little bit, yeah.
A few small ones. It's normally runaways.
Oh.
Most of the work I ever did involved in ship security and slaying naval monsters.
Monsters and the occasional runaways that we found.
Yeah, but you weren't looking for them when you went out.
Damn.
Can you really go out if you never have a hole?
He does have a point.
You all had more interesting jobs than I have. All I've done is security and hunting for food. I mean, not that it's safe. Clearly shows the arm.
While you guys are talking, you guys can hear Sarah's voice call out from the kitchen. She calls out, "Albus, get your ass in here!"
His name is Albus?
And then you guys can see the leather drawn man quickly like push his way out of the crowd and get into the kitchen to help Sarah.
Is he Albus Dumbledore?
Oh my god.
Wait, you're the one who picked the name.
I know. So it takes a little while. Just listening to the bands and the crowds again. Eventually, Sarah and Elvis do come out and bring you guys your foods. Gil, before you is placed like a large bowl, like a giant chef salad. Jean, you kind of get a dish of like it looks very homemade. It's almost like a homemade meatloaf, some mixed vegetables, and some fruit on the side as well.
This is quite lovely.
Scarlet and Anathil, of course, get a large bowl, what appears to be a soup-like substance in it. And Usk, before you is placed literally half a chicken and a giant cheese wheel is slammed on the table.
And a giant wheel of cheese.
And a giant wheel of cheese.
She knows my father. Apparently she knows my father.
All right. You guys enjoy? You need anything else? Just call for me.
Much appreciated.
Agreed.
All right, then they're gonna go back to dealing with the shit show at the bar. Isn't there another place in the city that we can pick up the quests from?
Do I know
Pretty
anywhere?
sure there's an Adventurers Guild base here.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, there is a standard like Adventurers Guild where people go in, sign up, and everything, register different groups and find quest boards and such.
We're gonna have to register ourselves as a group to get quests, or
I don't think we've technically been registered for anything yet.
Registering for groups is more or less like if we're going to be sticking together for a long time.
oh, fair enough. I've only ever done solo jobs, so this is new to me.
Well, it's up to you. They will take us without having to register, I believe, but
They will.
Well, they'll take just about anybody. As soon as you sign that document, you're basically in.
well, then after we eat, perhaps we should go.
Well, they do require a name though. Like if we're gonna sign up as an adventuring group, we gotta be called something. Otherwise, how else are we all gonna get credit for stuff?
Is that how that works?
Well, yeah, that's how it always been. You know, the Wanderers. You know, there's the group of the Wanderers. There's always, I mean, the Wanderers is probably the best group to give an example of.
Didn't they get named the Wanderers though?
I don't know.
The name. Actually, do I know this? Do I know this?
Do any
No,
of us know the
Opal
story?
doesn't. Opal didn't really talk much about it.
Okay.
Well, let's be honest. Do the Wanderers know how they came up with the Wanderers? We were probably
They
drunk at
named
the time.
They
They
named
don't
it
remember.
themselves, and actually, I believe I'm the one that came up with the name.
All I remember is we were on the caravan.
I remember
That's
I
about-
came up with the miscarriage. That was me. I remember.
Well, the
that.
Wanderers were the name of the Wanderers didn't come till like we were traveling.
It was after
Two?
Fafnir left.
Yeah, we were traveling to the Wildlands.
Yeah, because you guys officially created your name when you were signing up to help the Huntsman.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Right. What a time.
So that's just how it always has been. It's more like a registrar. So like you come up with a name for your group, and then everybody that's associated with that group gets part of the cut.
All right. So what do we have like a what do you call it? Standby name? Like a
This is the
Placeholder?
first that's come up.
I look at the table. Cheese mug. Fine.
We are not calling ourselves Cheese
We're
Mug.
not calling ourselves the Cheese
I-
Mugs.
Yes. No. Yes, no.
I feel like the name a group, we must have a mutual understanding of what the goal of the group is.
We don't really know much about each other, do we?
I mean, the rest of us have been together for a wee bit, but you are quite a new member yourself, John.
Well,
Very fair.
That's probably the first question that we should ask, honestly. Like, what is our goal?
We've kind of just been hanging
For lack of a
around
better-
together.
For lack of a better term, we've been wandering.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And in truth, I
Right,
really don't have a
right.
long-term goal. I'm just living day by day to make doing jobs.
I mean, I myself have a goal, however selfish it may be.
Well,
But-
that's more than some of us can say.
Fair.
To be honest with you, my goal is, well, to bring down the Dark Guilds.
My goal is to make a name for myself. Well,
My goal is to kill myself of my ailments.
did you say kill yourself of your ailments?
I think he said
He
cure.
said cure himself of his illness. Ask.
Usk is
It's
more
all
happily
good.
to oblige with the kill part, not the cure part. But cure.
Gonna-
Technically speaking, being killed would cure you of your ailments.
No, Usk.
Well,
Well,
you're not
it really
wrong, but
depends on the
at
ailment.
this point, in that case, it would be either it kills me or I killed me.
Wait,
So
you
it's the
died.
third option of Usk kills you, apparently.
There's that option too, I guess. I mean, he would probably do it pretty quick with those muscles. Big ass man right there.
Well, look at what I use.
Yeah.
As you see a giant great sword strapped or sitting alongside the table.
Yeah, no, very, very fair. Shoves a grape in his mouth. John to John, not John to anyone else.
Yeah, wait a minute, John. You said you were sick?
It's yes. From my understanding of what the clerics and medics have told me, it's what they I don't even know what they called it, to be honest, but it's very likely to kill me within the next few years, if not months, if not weeks, if not days. It's a little unpredictable. There's something growing somewhere in my body.
So what you're saying, this is out of character. So what you're saying is Jean has cancer.
John has cancer.
Well, fuck. How do we cure cancer?
It's
Like we're prepared
it's
to cure a
called,
lot of things.
it's
but
called
cancer-
it's called something different in this world. Dave, I'll give you a heal check to see if you know what he's talking about.
That's a 2 on the die, my friend.
Ooh, yeah, that's a no.
Wait a second. Lucky
He can
tattoo.
reroll.
Oh, okay. There's the reroll for the session.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Only once per session.
Yep.
But yes, I could do that.
Okay. Give me 1 second while I go look in my notes here. Where that is. Ugh. Because my dumbass did not put this in my actual binder here. Put it somewhere on my computer.
My dumbass just wrote in my notes, cancer,
That's the spirit, Jom.
in big, bold fucking letters.
God, if only all of our issues can probably be boiled down to like 1-2 words.
Yeah.
We got daddy issues, self-esteem, orphan,
Cancer.
murderer, cancer.
Mhm.
So
All right, so Dave,
Who's
I found it. I found it actually.
Cancer.
So Dave, judging by what you were talking, what Jean was talking about, like you heard a couple of people, in the medical wing talking about this, like during your internship. They happen to mention something called corrosive delirium.
Are you perchance happen to be speaking about corrosive delirium?
Sorry, repeat that? That last 10 seconds of the conversation we were just having?
I said,
Dave was asking if she was more or less confirming if it was called corrosive delirium is what you're talking about, and yes, that immediately rings a bell in your head.
That does sound incredibly familiar. the last medic was very vague, but that does sound very correct.
Dave, from what you remember in the hospital wing, corrosive delirium is a new thing that came up just more recently, and there's no cure for it. Like there are ways of slowing it down using magic, but at the moment, it can't be stopped.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but being diagnosed with that is a death sentence.
Yeah,
There is no way to cure it.
That's as far as I'm aware of the truth. Like I said, I have years, weeks, months, days, I don't know.
Your life may be prolonged by the use of magics, but it will kill you one day.
Well, for the most part, I'm hoping I at least have a kid before I die. I'll name him...
Casually sips wine, stuck in the middle of this conversation.
Yep.
I mean, he's just kind of like chewing on his food while saying this. I think I'll name him... Austin. Sounds about right.
Well, we can make.
Be very nonchalant about being told you have a terminal illness.
Yeah,
Some people
normally
freak out at
people
this.
kind of like freak out.
Well, it's not the first time I'm hearing it, really.
First time?
Well, I've been told that I'm probably gonna die. It's not really surprising at this point. Also, not to mention, I'm pretty too sure a death like that, where it's just an illness, probably better than being ripped apart by beasts in the wildlands.
I think I'd rather the beasts.
Do
I
I
see why.
know what corrosive delirium is like late stage? Have I seen that before?
Late stage, it's kind of like necrolization, where it starts like eating away like visually. But for what you could tell, Jean isn't past no later than stage 2.
Hmm.
He's at either like 1 or 2.
Well, based on the look of you, you're probably no later than late stage 1, if not early stage 2.
How
Be
many
honest.
stages does this thing have?
4.
There are 4.
Oh,
27.
Unless if you count stage 5, which is basically death.
I would then proceed to say that.
Oh, that's very, yeah, that's very
Slowly, your
informative.
I
Slowly, your
like
body
choke a
and
little
your
on my
mind
on
will
my food when
deteriorate
she
into
says
a
stage
stage
5.
Normally, your body and your mind will slowly start to deteriorate until you are counted amongst the living dead.
Hey, Ed, those musicians, aren't they superb?
They have been doing pretty well, actually, I will say.
She
They
just
don't seem to quit, do they?
shrugs as she's continuously eating her soup.
I can't no help at all.
After she takes another spoonful, she just says, "Well, we can make that one of our goals. See if we can cure Jean."
As much as I do thoroughly enjoy the optimism, is anyone here a doctor?
Looks at Scarlet.
Raise his hand.
Ask what is your doctorate in?
That.
Dab?
That's a pretty
Well.
promising doctorate.
I'm not the best doctor in this land, but I am a professional healer.
Practice is all you need.
We go how that's all in. Well, I think. Maybe. We'll see. It's quite exciting, isn't it?
I guess. Well then.
Gil is incredibly uncomfortable.
Absolutely, I am. I like to live life on the edge, but I never like to talk about it.
Well,
Wow, hunting's so fun.
Oh, we know one of Jean's goals. We know Scarlett's goals. I mean, you guys know my goals. I told you in the school. I don't think you were there, Jean. Were you there?
In the school when you were telling people your goals?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm aware of.
And she just like sits up a little bit and she uh kind of gives you like a cheeky smile and says, "All right, well, I guess properly I should say my real name is Anethil Arizona. I am the granddaughter of a mass murderer bard, and I want to restore my family name."
Oh, I was there for that.
So, Anethil, a
Yeah.
question about that. Do we know? Was that intentional?
I don't think it was,
Hmm.
but nobody really takes bards seriously.
Elaborate on why you think it wasn't. There's got to
Well,
be a reason, right?
from my understanding of how bardic magic works from Anethil, is it's only a somewhat recent discovery that you can imbue music with certain things in the songs. Correct?
It's not recent, no. We've been able to do this for centuries.
Well, never mind then.
It's just something that my grandfather did differently that what caused it.
Hmm.
there must have been at least, given your description of how it works, there must have been at least some anger in what he wrote.
I mean, he was under a lot of pressure. I don't know about anger though. I don't know. I never met him.
Well, obviously, he's your great grandfather, or just great grandfather.
Just great grandfather.
I see. Well, it is still.
No, my grandfather. Just my straight grandfather.
Oh, okay. Regardless, though, it's. I get the trying to restore your name bit. Just seems not a fruitless endeavor.
Well,
Seems like a very taxing one.
well, I know it's gonna be hard. But
I'm sure you can do it.
still willing to try.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, from the stories that I read, my brain went blank for a sec. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Okay.
From the stories that I read, there's a legendary man who was once unloved and found love. Not that that has anything to do with it, but the impossible can be possible, if even impossible.
I guess. All right. Well,
So
who's that?
that just comes back to the whole idea of what are we gonna call ourselves if we're going to register with the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, I mean,
Um,
us. Do you have long-term goals?
Make a name for myself, whether it be notoriety or infamy.
And I'm going to reach out on a limb here, Scarlet. Given your statements, you want to destroy mostly, if not all, the Dark Guilds.
Well, that's part of it. My real goal is to find the entity that killed my parents, destroyed my home.
Well, fair enough.
I believe the Dark Guilds may have been involved in the catastrophe that occurred. That's why I want to hunt them down.
You watch as Gil gets a bit of a aha moment. So would you say that most of us are either orphans and or people with who have removed their ties from their family lineage?
I mean, my father is not technically my father.
My mother is still alive. My dad's somewhere in the world too.
All right, scratch that idea then. Back to the thinking. Back to the thinking board.
I mean, do
Are you
have any
also
of us?
just clicking through a name generator?
No, I'm legitimately I'm legitimately thinking here, Dave.
Well, given that for right now the most solid goal we have, other than anything else, are restoring a family name and defeating dark guilds and demons.
Slams his hand at the table. The Siren Song.
That's
Ooh.
literally the song of the
don't
sea,
know.
Gil.
It's a good song.
I want to point out though that as soon as you said that, the spot.
I know. I wasn't expecting that. He sips his wine again.
The Nameless Guardians.
The Avengers.
Da, da,
Who are we
da,
avenging? Who are we avenging?
Ourselves.
Wait, no, I got it. The Revengers.
What if we just call our Gil chuckles at this. The Lost Children.
I think
But
that'll
I'm not
give off the. I think that'll give off the wrong word.
What if we just call ourselves the Lost then?
I mean,
No.
Nah,
That sounds like a dark guild name.
that's fair. That's fair. The Winding Path.
Are we monks?
Listen here, I'm thinking.
I think this is like a workshop situation where we have to kind of.
Yeah, I feel like we need more shared experience for this.
Yeah, I think so. I
Agreed.
think so too.
Like, even the Wanderers probably had to have at least a few weeks under the belts fighting shit to.
It pans over to a drunken night by a campfire. We just gotta wander around. Eh?
that's a great name.
That's a great name. I can be like the
fair.
wandering. I can be like the wandering mountain, and you're like the wandering shadow, and that's the wandering clay.
It's the Wandering Death.
That's the wandering death, and then it became the wandering storm.
The
Who stopped
wandering
wandering?
Catastrophe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. If there's never gonna be a better moment than the definitely probably drunken rant that we turned into to name ourselves the Wanderer.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and figure something. It'll come to us naturally. Something will happen, preferably good.
Well, don't forget, we've only just recently met, and we've been on the road less than, what, a month?
It'll come to us. Who knows? Maybe some giant
Eventually.
monster will attack us and we'll be named the Guardians of Algeroth or some shit. I doubt it.
I
doubt
don't
it,
think
but,
I
you
want
know.
that much infamy.
No.
No.
Besides, we
Guardians
don't have to sign up for the Adventurers Guild immediately.
That's
course
what,
not.
I'm already
I'll
technically
take
part of
jobs
a
in the
guild.
meantime.
No guild actually. Never mind. To be fair, we don't really need to sign into the or sign up for the fucking Adventurers Guild. That fucking was out of character.
No, signing up for the Adventurers Guild is just a way of making like yourselves known on actual paper. Like that way that there's a trace, you know?
For the most part, we can just take jobs at taverns and shit, and then If
Well-
we happen to stick together and I don't die from cancer by then. Or not cancer, the
Delirium.
delirium. I think we'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
I'll be keeping an eye on you to trace your progression.
Well, I appreciate that. He gives a very subtle nod.
Right. How's about we go actually find a place to sleep for the night?
We should probably figure out where Drax went, in all honesty.
Yeah,
Didn't he go to his people?
that'd be a good idea. Yeah, he did. Oh.
That's right.
Not sure they'd want us kind of.
No. Fair enough. Let's go find a cheap inn. Looks at Scarlet. Do you know where the cheaper inns are? I assume not in the city center.
Dave, you know of an inn towards like the edges of the city that's called the Nestled Nook.
Oh my god. I'll be back. My food's almost here.
Food.
Food.
What?
God.
Boo.
All right. So who's paying for dinner or lunch?
How much lunch round us?
How much is it?
In total for everybody, so special 74 gold.
I
Cool.
got it.
Gambling money.
Yep.
It helps.
All right. So you guys do eventually make your way to the Nestled Nook Inn. Check in. Usual arrangements, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So guys in one room, girls in the other.
Us out on a random tree.
Yep.
Hammock time. Actually, no. I can sleep in a bed if there's two beds.
Yeah. Look at that. You actually get to sleep normally tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Jomini, are you back yet?
Take that as a no.
Taking that as a no.
As you knew.
All right. While we wait for him to get back, can we go over like all the information that we have at the moment?
Sure.
So
Sure.
in terms of party loot, you guys have shit.
Yeah, we got nothing.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
nothing.
All right, you guys have
We-
literally nothing.
Because we sold all that honey and shit.
Yep, bank totals. Cody still has 200 in the bank. Anathil has 3. Matt has 2. And then there's your objectives. You say Tori in the Underdark. Yeah, you guys actually did locate Mirasil. We can probably go ahead and take that off. I just wanted to give everybody an updated list of
Also,
what's
the
going on.
fetch and delivery from the farmer.
Yep.
Find out more about Anathil's dream powers.
Yep.
That's a work in progress.
And the alchemist one changed to protect the book.
Yeah.
Did we find Mirasol? I can't remember.
Eiffel.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pretty
duh.
boy.
Yeah,
Pretty boy.
that's
Yep,
right.
we found him.
All right. Well, actually, Aurora did tell you guys that, the book, you can just get rid of the book if you wanted to.
Gil likes it.
All right. So
Nice.
now, you guys have, a letter. Deliver letter to Opal's daughter, Anna. And she tells, and when she was talking to Dave, she did tell you that Anna was assisting with the situation at the Scar. So she is going to be,
Irish.
yeah, probably down here-ish. If not, she is in the town of Balrin.
Okay. One in. Gotcha.
Okay, so
Other than that, we're still looking for jobs, which I think we are probably going to head to the Adventure Guild in order to
yeah,
see if they have any jobs that we can take.
yep. I mean, basically, what I wanted to do this session was get you guys into the city, show you guys around, and then spark up the idea of getting you guys a name. All right. So the distress, obviously, around the city, with the fallen elite dealing with the Scar. What I think is a good place to do is call tonight's session here a little early, and
I'm
then
okay with that.
next week we can pick up where you guys can wake up and actually get your jobs
Woo.
out of the Adventurers Guild.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so before we go, though, so Usk is out in a tree. We don't have to worry about him at the moment. Gil, are you doing anything before bedtime?
I would probably do some reading.
Do some
One of
reading?
the many books I have in my possession.
Okay, Jean, where are you at the moment?
Jean
Yeah.
is cleaning his rifle.
Right.
And also working on a little something extra on the side.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and bother you for a second.
Well,
Me?
I've got to go.
All right. Good night. Good night, Brady.
All right.
Right.
Gentlemen, I'll be right back.
I'm scared.
Jean, as you are sitting there cleaning your gun, you hear a deep voice come over your mind. And it says, "So, boy, I'm assuming
sir.
your flight was successful?"
Yes, did you get my report from the church?
Yes, it was very vague on everything that's been happening. You do realize that the churches in your position are a very bad place to be.
Yep. It was not very calming to be in there at all. As opposed to what they advertised.
The constant feeling of unsteadiness.
And being watched over like someone's got their eyes just taped onto your back. Yep, not very calm. Not a very calm feeling at all.
That is because of your pact. You must avoid the church, and especially Miss Florinia, at all costs. She is not the person you want to mess with.
Miss Florinia, the mother or the daughter?
The priestess.
August. Right. I'll try my best to steer clear of her eye line.
Very well then. Do you have any
Also,
other
though-
Do you have any other information for me?
I know for a fact that the little girl in this party, the healer, she discussed her goals this night. And he kind of hesitates a bit. She is... well... she intends to, at some point, destroy all Dark Guilds.
Quite it's a rather rambunctious idea for a small child.
This is...
The thoughts of that will get her killed eventually. Need not worry about her. She's not a threat at the
It's not
moment.
necessarily hair that I'm worried about. It's more of one of them happens to. I don't know. As long as I keep it hidden, it should be fine, right?
Precisely. Just don't act suspicious. That is all.
I will try my best.
And suddenly you feel a warm wave wash over you from your toes up, and it just runs up your whole body. That will quell you for about another week or so.
Thank you.
Now, continue to gather as much information as you have. Don't forget our little deal as well.
Yes.
Anybody that is not associated with the modern day government who you believe would be a suitable bride for me, I would like to know. You know my standards, and you know exactly what I am looking for. I will continue my search on this part of the hemisphere, and you continue yours over there.
Of course, I'll keep you updated.
If anything happens, do let me know.
Yes, sire. I won't disappoint.
And then it's quiet.
Hello?
Oh, hello there.
All right. So, with that, Dave, are you going to be doing anything for the rest of the night?
IRL or
In game.
probably taking care of my weapon and my gear as usual.
All right, fair enough. All right, cool. In that case, then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Tune in next week, usual time, Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully, I will definitely have a much more action-packed session prepared, because we've been having a roleplay session for the last 3 weeks, almost a whole month.
I mean, that was still pretty action-packed in my head.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we will continue. I hope to see you guys then. Bye.